What's up, all you awesome gamers? I'm the Governor and your host of the sexiest and best damn podcast Tuesday nights, The Console Corner. Tonight is another really great show we have lined up for you. But first, on last week's show, we talked about Scorpio's latest rumors, now confirmed, Microsoft's ballsy-ass move to reveal the Scorpio, and the new Xbox update. Make sure you check it out if you haven't already. On this week's show, we'll be talking about the gaming media not so happy with the Scorpio, Digital Foundry somehow all of a sudden is not relevant, and Xbox spring sales, and plus a ton more. I can't wait to see what our panel thinks about all these awesome topics. Please, everyone, make sure you're subscribed and following all these great panel so you can stay up to date with whatever they're up to. If you could also hit that like button, we'd really appreciate it. I'll be e-bagging all night. Crap's here, so he's also going to be e-bagging all night, so you might as well just do it right now. But first, let's introduce our great panel of epic gamers for this week's show. Starting off with one half of MNC in the mornings, Mr. Crap Gamer. How's it going, bro?
What's up? It's Crap Liver here. Finally, Crap Gamer has come back to Console Corner. I'm happy to be here, actually, and I know it's here on Thursday, but this is the first time I've been here on a Tuesday in a while, and so it's really cool to be here and sit in with everybody. What's up, Fox?
No, don't you dare! Don't say hi to me.
I'm just being
Don't
friendly.
look my way.
I'm just totally being friendly. I'm a friendly guy. What can I say? So yeah, I'm very excited to be here. You know what I mean? I'm appreciative that you introduced me first because all the applause is going to go to Mooch. But yeah, Crap is here, guys. Woo! Yeah.
All
Team
right.
Crap Liver in the chat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Crap. We're the Crapaholics. Let's go.
Nice. And the other half of MNC in the mornings, Mr. Mooch. He just got in here, so we're super happy he's here. What's
Hey,
going
buddy,
on,
thank you. I appreciate you guys having me on the show, and this is great to come back and actually have some interaction with some podcasters discussing. Well, you couldn't have picked a better night to have me and Crap on with the way the media's been acting lately, right? No, but you know what's funny? Crap constantly says that. He says it on MNC mornings. He says it when we're off the air. He says it when we're on the air. The thing is, he's got 30,000 subs. I barely got 5,000 subs. So all these Mooch maniacs that are out there, I'm going to start telling everybody else, you got to sub the channel. What's going on with the numbers, people? You know what I mean?
Come on, guys.
What's going on?
Hashtag Team Mooch.
Oh
I
my
appreciate
God.
that. Yes.
Here we go.
Yeah.
This is fantastic, by the way. I just got to say, you got to see, I have not been on Console Corner since you guys went live stream. So seeing you guys, I'm switching back and forth. So typical Mooch may not be here tonight. I am enthralled with checking out the set and feeling like I'm a part of this.
Thanks, bro.
By the way, nice blue hair, SheWulf. I'm a fan. Big fan.
Thank you.
Big fan.
It was fading
Okay.
to a little green, so I had to re-dye it today.
Oh, yeah, she did that today.
Yeah, it was looking old ladyish yesterday.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
Shots fired.
Okay, and
Hey,
you really
wonder why she
really,
switched to
really
team.
want me to go to Team Crap? You ain't working on it, better.
Hold on. She just throws out Team Mooch all of a sudden where we're live streaming. I was
Right
like, oh
on.
man, that's cold blood. Let's see how much Mooch can hold up a conversation about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm just saying.
Oh,
like,
there we go.
I mean,
Achilles
She got me
heel.
for that.
But yeah,
She
I was
has
just
me.
gonna say I got
I don't
Foxy,
care.
baby.
I'm with Mooch on that. I'm Team Mooch on the Buffy stuff.
Wait. We also have Mike now, who also talks Buffy with us.
Oh my God.
So
I know.
There's
But,
too many
oh.
Buffy people on this panel right now.
There's never
dissing
too many
my
Buffy
hair,
people.
dissing my hair right
No,
off
I
the
think it
bat
looks
is
great right
not
now.
the best way to do
Yeah.
it.
Right now.
All right, let's move this along before this gets crazy.
All this talk about blue reminds me of that disc gif a while back from the Titanfall
Oh, no.
Oh,
Too
no.
soon, bro. Too soon.
No. You guys do realize, I mean, I think the average when anyone has Mooch on their podcast, it's like a 4.5 hour podcast.
Oh,
So I hope the
absolutely,
audience has a lot of
Ready.
snacks.
I'm so ready.
I told you,
My
I got my
ass
cocaine drink. I'm ready to go.
My body is ready.
What's up, Fox? How you doing today?
Hi. What's up,
That was
Mooch? I know,
Mooch
right?
Fine.
I got a Red Bull and I'm like super hyper. And Mooch started talking. I almost fainted. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Oh my
Wow.
God.
hey,
Team Mooch,
crap.
huh?
Dang,
Hey,
crap.
I didn't say what team. I just said I
Whatever.
nearly fainted.
Well, you didn't say you almost fainted when Crap talks.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I've always said
Oh,
Team
crap.
Mooch and Crap in the morning. I always say that.
Fact.
So,
She does.
That's true.
Yes.
Next up, we have Magic Mike dancing on poles everywhere for the ladies out there.
Hey, are you Team Mooch too?
No. Everybody should know I'm Team Magic because I know the audience is ready to open up their wallets and make it rain when I get on the stage and dance my way into their hearts.
Make it rain for
That's
Magic Mike.
awesome.
That's great.
That's right.
That is awesome. Next up, we have Nukem, Mr. No Chills. How's it going, bro?
Things are good, people. Yes, it's a great show. Even better when you can bring Mooch and Crap underneath the umbrella here. Guys, thanks for coming out with us this evening. We're excited to have here. Lots of great topics. Let me just start off by saying, once you go blue, you get exclusives of poo. But if you go green, you get a beast of a machine. That's how we roll in here.
No chill.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, what's that say about my hair then?
You kind of like blue-green. You're like in the middle. And speaking of, we have the first lady of Xbox, SheWulf.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are ready for a show because I think everyone's kind of hyped on energy drinks. So,
I am.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
All right, so everybody in the chat on Twitter, don't forget to get us those questions so we can answer them at the end of the show like we always do. We got Mooch and Crap on here, so I'm sure you got tons of questions. So let's go ahead and get into my favorite topic of the show, and that's what everybody's been playing. We haven't seen Mooch in a while, so Mooch, you get to go first, man. What you been playing? What you been up to?
That's a great. I appreciate the. Bless you.
Bless you.
And salutation.
Wow.
SheWulf sneezes, yells, all kinds of stuff on this podcast.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Bodily function, it's legal. No, what I was gonna say, it's funny. I've been playing kind of an arraignment, and maybe you guys can help me. I'm having a problem here. I'm playing too many different games at once, and I think it's because, bless you. So I just beat RE7, which was a great game. I beat that game, love it. Started playing the DLC, got through, I think, the birthday, whatever that rendition was in the DLC. Got through that. That's been great. Then, as of late, believe it or not, as a gift from our good friend Doc Cupcake, hooked me up with BioShock Collection, which I've played BioShock 1, 2, and Infinite 2 or 3 times on 360. But I decided to put that back in there, get back to playing that. It's a wonderful game. Beat 1, halfway through BioShock 2, or maybe I shouldn't say halfway, but a quarter through. And then, believe it or not, and everybody please put your seatbelts on, because even when I told this to Crap, Crap went into his pony humor. But I figured I do have this machine downstairs that's just collecting dust. So I went downstairs and I actually started playing Niho, which and now you guys are probably like, what in the world is Mooch doing? One of the largest fans of Console Corner. I believe you guys have a huge fan in the name of Chicken Spaghetti.
Yes, we do.
Well, Chicken Spaghetti will not stop talking about it.
No, he
pictures
doesn't,
of it,
man.
right?
Yeah.
So I go and I'm like, I got to play this game. He hypes it up like crazy. And by the way, in case anybody doesn't want to play Niho, just capture each one of Chicken Spaghetti's pictures in a flip book. You can experience the whole game one quick flip. He's got that many pictures out there. It's fantastic. So anyways, I'm playing that. That's ridiculously hard.
Yep.
And last but not least, going through with my buddy Scythe, and we're playing Dark Souls 3 on Xbox One. So, I mean, I'm all over the place. It's kind of a mess. I agree. But this is backlog time, right? We're getting ready for what will be and eventually will be the great result that we see from E3 from Phil, and then we work our way into the fall. So that's what I've been playing, and it's just, to be honest with you, it's a bit overwhelming. So I should probably calm down and just take one game at a time.
That's what I'm trying to do, Mooch. I'm right there with you, bro.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Showstopper in the chat. Nice to see him here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, bro, and everybody else that's out there. We're over 105 people watching us right now. You guys are awesome. We love you.
Nice.
Yeah, I see awesome people in there, definitely.
Yeah.
Showstopper, that's D, baby, to those that don't know.
That's right.
One of these times we got to get him on the console.
Coach
corner.
D.
Yeah, we gotta get.
We'd love to get him on BGST sometime. He's like
He is MIA.
Bigfoot. Yeah, he's like you see him sometimes. You hear of him, but you don't see him. It's crazy.
Nice. Speaking of you, Crap, what you been playing, bro? I know you've been playing.
Oh man, let's see. Drawn to Death. We were playing that while we streamed that.
Media player.
Mass Effect Andromeda. Still haven't been able to hook up with any of the alien chicks.
Dang,
But
bro.
I'm still trying. I've been playing. Let's see, what the hell else have I been playing? I played some Killer Instinct. I was playing. They have a new character that I bought. What the hell's her name? Hisako. Pretty good character. So I was going through there, learning some of that stuff, and then
Yeah, she's crazy.
and then I picked up. I picked up many games during the sales, but this arcade game was a Power Rangers arcade game, and it was a pretty good beat 'em up, actually, like co-op beat 'em up. So
I was
I'd have
actually
some
thinking
fun on
of
that.
picking that up as well.
Dude, me
we should.
too.
We can play it. I'm the
Classic.
Red Ranger though, totally.
Pink.
Like,
Pink
it's-
Ranger.
Is the Green Ranger in it?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't
I'm the
know.
yellow-
Like you can't
I'm the
beat them
yellow
right at
one.
right. Yeah,
claiming
see,
Green
exactly. It's only like 10 or 11 bucks right now. I was like, that's a
Yes,
classic
it's on
beat 'em
sale.
up, and it's fun. Yeah, it's like I'm having a good time with it. I mean, like in the first level or whatever, but it's still a lot of fun right now.
Sweet.
Oh, and I've been playing Snake Pass too.
Snake Pass is awesome.
Yeah, thamps for Hellhammer for pointing that out. I was playing that. I tell you what, I usually don't like those kind of games, but I actually have been having a good time with that. Yeah. So yeah, it's not bad. It's got some difficult stuff with the physics and stuff, but I think that overall it's a fun game. So a little bit of everything.
Yeah, you got rage out like SheWulf?
No, I didn't rage out.
Me and her say at the same time.
Yeah, I got triggered and threw my snake off the cliff.
Screw this snake.
I know, because I was listening to this story on Ladies Night last night because I'm a big fan of that show. And so yeah, I was hearing it and I was like, yeah, that's funny as hell. I was watching some of your terrible snake pass footage on there as well.
The terrible.
Yeah, terrible.
No.
Crap's just digging that hole, man.
He had bonus points and then he took them away like real quick.
I know, right? He's like, I love that show, but your shit's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome. What about you, Fox? What you been up to?
Oh man, do I even have to say the game that I always play? Okay, there you go. That.
What about
you
this
guys said it
Zombie
for me.
Vikings game that we heard so much about?
Oh, you know what? GGB, I will mute his mic. She will mute his mic. Anyway,
he controls everything.
Oh, that's not good. That's too much power. Anyway, I played Battlefield 1 game time with Quest and a whole bunch of peeps, so that was fun. I know, Mooch, that's your favorite game. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you, when you guys were playing, did you guys just all go hang out in a field and walk around together? Or what did you do during Battlefield 1?
They were brushing the pony's hair and...
Yes, I was, definitely.
Don't you think the words most commonly spoken during Battlefield 1 are, just follow me this way? And then, it's like there's no. I played with 3 different people. I played with Jazz. I played with Xbox Pope.
This is what you're supposed to hear. Get in the tank. We're gonna go to freaking Freddy or a different flag. But I'm not gonna lie, a couple people were like, "Something killed me. I think something fell on my head," and I was like, "Is that Mooch? Like, is he in here?"
Fox, here's what I always. So when you say, "All right," whenever I'm playing Battlefield 1, they're like, "All right, get into this tank." I get into the tank, and the seat I get in does nothing but revolve around and look into other spots. I'm like, "There's no gun." No, just sit there, dude. You'll be fine. What?
I don't want to just sit here.
What is that? What kind of game is this?
Yeah, Mooch, I heard that the maps in Battlefield 1 are so big that when you're playing the desert levels, your fucking guy can die of hydration.
Dehydration, yes,
Nice.
that's funny. But yeah, we had fun with that. That was really cool. What else? I play. Hey, I love Battlefield. I have nothing bad to say, but I understand that some people can't hack it. Anyway.
Wait a minute.
Shots fired.
Dang.
No, you heard me. I'm not taking it back. I'm moving on. I'm talking about my next game. I also tried Drawn to Death after I saw Mooch and Crap playing it with Newf and GKB, of course. So that was kind of fun. And then I got bored real quick because I was just by myself, and I'm waiting for my brothers to jump on there with me. Besides that, Dishonored 2, I played the trial that they had, and it was pretty interesting.
Nice.
Not worth $30 like it is right now on
it's not that
sale,
interesting.
but it's pretty good. Like maybe 25, 20. I would buy it later on, not right now, but it is entertaining.
Sweet.
But yeah,
What about you, Mike?
that's about it.
What you been playing?
Well, I've been playing a little bit more of Mass Effect Andromeda. Let's see, I streamed a little bit of Forza Horizon 3 just to test out Beam on the Xbox, which thank you, SheWulf, for watching that and letting me know that my music was far too loud. I pumped that shit up ever since Groove is added into there, so I have my own playlist and I just jam out and completely forgot people might be listening to me. Played a little bit of Shadow of Mordor, which I also streamed that on Beam, as well as Doom, which I also streamed on Beam. I'm getting into this Beam streaming thing, in case you hadn't noticed.
That's awesome, bro.
And let's see, I played Battlefield 1 on Community Game Night. So, thanks and shout out to the Quest Podcast guys for keeping the Battlefield game going until I could join in. Special thank you to Dark Optimus. It's hard for me to say that, but there it is.
That rivalry.
And then we got into some Gears 4 later on that evening, and I think that about sums it up for me.
I think what Mike actually meant to say was thanks to the Quest podcast for keeping Battlefield 1 alive, period.
Okay,
thank you.
You know what the great thing about Battlefield 1 is? Watching Dark Optimus lead us all in the battle and feeling so inspired, and then watching his ass get shot and die.
Nice. What about you, Newf? What you been playing, dude?
Well, I've been playing Mass Effect. Surprise, surprise. And speaking of Mass Effect, I got a bone to pick with the developers, okay? You just killed my self-esteem levels, period, because I couldn't score with regular chicks back in high school. Now I can't even score with a blue chick in a damn game.
You and Crap are having problems here, man.
Hey, what's going on?
You gotta up that game, bro.
Yeah, I just can't get the game to progress far enough, I guess, to do that. Like, I've been doing the loyalty quest and everything, and nothing, just
So is that like the main purpose of this game is just get laid?
Absolutely.
Because it seems to be what everyone keeps talking about is they can't get laid.
There must be
so
an achievement
either
or
you
something.
guys are completely have no game, or that's not actually the purpose of this game.
Well, no, I'm thinking it's a little bit of column 1 and B.
Okay.
Let's make sure both.
Just thought I would ask.
Yeah, these make side quests interesting. Plus, I actually went back, played a little NHL 17. I know that seems foreign on this podcast, playing sports games, but hey, it is NHL playoff season. I don't know if you guys are hockey fans, but if you didn't know, when Nukem is not playing video games, he's playing hockey or watching hockey. And boys, I'm super excited because my team, the Edmonton Oilers, back in the playoffs after 11 freaking years. And Connor McDavid, the Art Ross Trophy champion, most points by an Edmonton Oiler since Wayne fucking Gretzky. So I am pretty stoked on a
Yay,
pile
sports.
Who else's team is in the playoffs there? The Pittsburgh Penguins, who won the Stanley Cup.
So what games have everybody been playing?
I blacked out. What happened?
Hey, Newf, thanks for keeping the Canadian stereotype alive that y'all like hockey.
Right?
Yeah, I'm Canadian and I utterly hate hockey. Growing up, I hated hockey.
So what games you like? What you been playing? SheWulf.
Am I the last person?
Well, before me.
Was Newf finished?
I think so.
Yeah,
You
no,
went
that's
into
about it.
sports?
Mass Effect, NHL 17, yeah.
Okay. Sports.
Been playing a lot of ukulele. Okay. Anyways, I don't.
Oh my god.
I don't like spiders.
She saw a spider. She freaked out.
Oh my god.
She's like,
Anyways, yeah, I've been playing a lot of ukulele, which has been a lot of fun. Been playing Troll and I, which is pretty interesting. That game alone is unique on its own standards, I guess. Oh god, what else was I streaming? Snake Pass, which I utterly, completely
wrecked and was very terrible at, according to Crab Gamer.
Well, yeah, I got triggered so badly. I was playing Destiny, and I think that's really about it that I've been playing for the last week or so.
SheWulf, quick question for you. Like, what would you say out of the 3 games? Because I've actually watching you stream them. Which of those 3 indies would you recommend to people? Like the Snake, the ukulele, or the I don't know, maybe it was just the
Troll
2 of those
and
I
I.
watched recently. Troll, yes, thank you.
Ukulele, actually.
Yeah. Ukulele's awesome.
There is so
Snake Pass
okay.
is good,
So
though.
I am literally in the first level, and I literally have played I don't know like
a couple hours
a
probably.
few hours, and I'm still in the first level trying to complete everything. Like this game has so
Got a lot of
much.
stuff.
And if you like Banjo and Kazooie and like Spyro type games, it is exactly like that from like your childhood. It was like it's perfect
What did you say?
feel
child?
to everything.
I'm be triggered right now.
Oh my god, yes. Sorry, people. I was like 13 when I played Spyro, so yes, my childhood. But yeah, no, I would recommend ukulele because it probably out of all 3 games, I would play that one the most. So
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
the Snake one, you have to really like puzzle games because, or you'll get fucking triggered.
being a
oh
snake.
my god, yeah, I'm being
The
a
physics.
You gotta be patient.
snake.
Yeah, you gotta be patient.
Because, yeah, trying to wrap around everything, it gets frustrating. And then Troll and I, that one is a lot like Tomb Raider, but more or less, like, I don't know. That one has its up and its downs. I would have to explain that one a little more in depth later, like, at another time.
Yeah, cool. Is that it for you?
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Like, Destiny, but...
I've been playing a little bit of Destiny, getting back in that a little bit, playing a shit ton of Diablo 3 on the season, playing ukulele, Snake Pass, a bunch of other indies and stuff. Going to be buying like a shit ton of, it's a crap ton of indies in the spring sale thing. But yeah, that's about it, man. That's all I've been playing.
GKB, when's the Necromancer? When's that coming to?
Sometime this year. It hasn't been in this season, so it's probably going to be like next season if I was to guess. So probably like
I thought it was
5
supposed to
months,
release
maybe.
this season.
That's what I thought.
No,
It
not
looks-
this season.
No.
They did the patch to like bring a lot of that stuff that they're
Anybody who
doing.
hasn't played Diablo 3, I mean, let me put it this way. I haven't played it in quite some time, but I bought it when it was on PC. Then I bought it on 360, and then I bought it on the One. It's 3 times the same game. Can't tell you I've done that for anything except probably that and BioShock. And to be honest with you, like Diablo 3 is a game that just never gets old, right? I mean, GKB. I mean, I could play that at any point in time, drop anything, and go back to that. I don't know what it is. It's not even the loot system, because like Destiny brings you back for the loot, right? Because you play Destiny long enough, and you're like, I need that scarf, you know. But like, you don't like. It's not about that in this game. In this game, for some reason, it's the mechanics, it's the way that the game plays. I don't know. It's just I think that's a game it's somewhat underrated on consoles. It's very big in the PC space.
Yeah. Well, that's where GKB's playing it is PC.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I gotta start another. Well, I gotta start another. Everybody's been asking me to play on the console because everybody's like, "Hey, can you come play with me?" And so I'm gonna make a character so I can go play with some people.
Well, actually, yeah. If you want to jam out and start from, I have completed the game now with 2 or 3 of the actual characters. So yeah, if you want to start up, I'll start a new one.
Well, when you go season though, you restart a character.
Yeah, you start brand new.
That's true.
It's fun. It's fun.
So we can all start from the beginning. I just started a new character.
That's not a bad idea for a stream if we're all doing it.
Yeah, 4 people. Yeah, hell yeah.
I'd have fun doing it.
But yeah, that's what we've been doing. So let's go ahead and get into some of these topics. Everybody's like, "Come on, let's talk." All right.
We are games.
Yeah,
the introductions and finding out what people are playing are super entertaining.
It is super entertaining, actually. So let's go ahead and start with a quick and easy one. Microsoft stops the free adapter for the Kinect. So is it dead, guys? Is the Kinect finally over?
Well, it depends, because now you need the Kinect for if you're
the Beam stream.
Yeah, if you're like live streaming on
Well, if
Beam
you wanna
and
do
you want to
webcam.
have camera, you need your Kinect, because we tried the webcam thing and it doesn't work. So technically, it's not like they brought it back to a form of a way. Anyways, thank God we got two of them before they stopped it.
I don't want to say like you can't get the adapter anymore, because you can. It's just going to be costing you $20, but the free thing that they were doing is over.
Well, in all fairness, the free adapter was for early adopters of the Xbox One S who had the OG Xbox One. So, you know, the Xbox One S has been out for what, like 9 months now almost?
Yep.
Right. Maybe less, 6 months or so.
In August, it'll be a year, so...
Right, so, I mean, if you've had enough time. If you bought the original Xbox One and you didn't upgrade to the Xbox One S right away, I mean, that's what the free adapter was for. So anybody else that wants to use a Kinect, I mean... Yeah, it kind of sucks. You got to pay a little bit more money, but that's not what the free adapter program was intended for.
Does anybody still use their Kinect?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yep.
I haven't used mine in a while.
No,
we
Somebody download that fucking ninja game that you're doing all the shit.
Well, like, I have the adapter, and I've been using my Kinect, but I had to disconnect it because we put our house for sale, and my wife said it looked clunky on top of the TV. So now that that's all said and done with, I'm going to be hooking that back up so that you all can see my lovely face when I stream on Wednesday night.
Oh, nice.
You know, I think
Dancing on the pole.
if you do take the back to the stream out of it, though, and it irks me to say it, but it is. I think it's done. I think it really is. I mean, I'm at a point right now where I'm not using it to stream. I'm using it for logging in and logging off the Xbox. And like, to be honest with you, it's starting to even grow like tedious. So, you know, sometimes if anyone's just using it for facial recognition for logging in, like to your Xbox One account, like it's just kind of, you sit there. Sometimes you have to like stand up. Sometimes you have to kind of get in the way of the camera a little bit. It's almost like you know what I mean? It's just, yeah, and it's getting annoying. And I'm like, why do I have this thing plugged in? I'm not doing anything with it. And Microsoft is slowly stepping away from it. And I think Phil is kind of telling us that he wants nothing to do with it. But I do think that the Scorpio, right, is going to have an access point to be able to do the same thing you're doing with the S. So you'll be able to still use it. Yeah. But I think SheWulf, your problem that you were talking about by using an external camera, I bet you
Scorpio
some way, somehow, here when Scorpio comes in, you don't do anything with it. So
it seems like they're really pushing Beam.
Something away, especially with Beam. You need that because I notice a lot of Beam streamers or any streamers, if you show obviously yourself, you tend to get more like I guess people feel more interactive. Yeah, it's more interactive, so they tend to gravitate more to people who actually have webcams and stuff like that. So I can see.
They like to see like your reaction and stuff to the games that you're playing, especially if it's like a scary game.
I was just gonna say a horror game would totally work for that. But like,
believe me,
you know, watching Mooch and crap on cam playing ukulele is not really exciting.
Oh, you know what? I think that's what we do. If we ever get 50,000 subscriber, or if I do and Mooch gets 10. I'm gonna live stream in a kiddie pool full of mayonnaise playing the game.
Crap will be,
oh my
gosh! Watch Crap open up Orange Starburst and me open up a 1996 board. Yes, no, that's not fun, people. Okay?
Oh, come on, people would love that. They would love that.
I'm envisioning it now.
Watch
not a good time.
I would totally
tub
watch it.
of mayonnaise.
Oh,
Come on.
Nope.
That would be great.
No.
that would be great.
I
want to
think
come
you
to.
would lose.
I want to come
I
to
think you
crap.
would lose subscribers.
Hold on, let me say this. I prefer to be called Husky. Thank you.
You're the one that calls yourself fat all the time. I was just referring to what you say.
I understand that, but you can't fat shame someone. You got to call them Husky, right? I mean, that's
so you're
that's the new thing, right? Yeah.
Well, if you saw me on camera, you'd be thinking, "Is that the virtual reality version of the Troll and I?"
Wait, we've already seen you on camera.
I want to come when Crap does that and like go to his house and just like make it rain like dollar bills while he's doing all that shit.
No,
Like,
No. I'm unsubscribing now
oh, stop it.
because I don't want to see that.
That
in the
thing would
future.
go viral. He would get like 4 million views on that
I'm
thing,
still
bro.
waiting to get Crap here on the live show.
Yeah, we
he
gotta
literally only lives like an
Christmas show.
hour or two away from us.
We gotta get him on the Christmas
Yeah,
show.
pretty close. I probably drive more further to work every day.
Wow. No love.
I know he won't come here though. So,
But I don't use the Kinect either anymore. I used
Kinect
to.
is great.
No, I used to use
She's
it
like,
to
no.
like log on and say Xbox on and all that cool shit and like what's the
Xbox
weather
record
and
that.
go
That's about
here
it.
and go there. Well, I never really used it for that, but yes, I know people that did. And now I just talk to Cortana on my headset and I'm like, what's the weather? And I turn on the console with my Elite control and that's it. Like I don't know, I don't need those.
I think
things
we're all
anymore.
like that now, Fox. Like we're all doing that too. I don't use my Kinect
Yeah.
anymore.
Not, but the people don't use Cortana as much as I do apparently.
Everyone's
No,
like
I can't
Cortana.
They
who?
hate her.
Yeah, she's getting better.
she orders pizza instead of asking.
Come on, that was like
to,
one time.
No, it's happened a few times.
She listens to me.
She
I'm
doesn't
nice,
get
I
my
guess.
Canadian accent, I guess. I don't know.
All right, let's go ahead and move past the Kinect thing.
Yeah, it's dead.
It looks like they're
moving
dead.
on.
It's dead. It's gone.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. So let's go into something that Crap and I have talked about, like on Xbox Nation and other podcasts and all that kind of stuff. Sony coming out with like these big games this year, pretty much to combat like the hype for the Scorpio. Like it looks like we might. I mean, this is all rumors. The only thing that I think is confirmed right now is the Uncharted DLC. But Spider-Man might be coming out this year. Days Gone. The Jack and Dexter thing is going to be coming with the Uncharted DLC kind of thing. If you pre-order, you can get it with that. Sucker Punch might be showing their game at E3. I don't know if that's going to come out this year or not, but they're going to be showing something. So what do you guys think? Like, do you think it's going to be a big year for like Sony IPs and all that kind of stuff? Or
Well,
They're gonna try.
Yeah, well, for Spider-Man though, like Insomniac actually came out and said we don't have a confirmed date. So
yeah, but I think like that CEO guy was kind of like, yeah, it's coming out this year. He kind of like misspoke, and he probably shouldn't have said something.
What was
he
that? That
don't
was
care.
Marvel that
Yeah,
said that,
Yeah.
right?
he works for Marvel. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, it's coming out this year. Bye.
He's like, yeah, it's happening.
Yeah, but he just I don't know.
What's interesting is that Insomniac came out and said they don't have a release date, which that sounds to me like they're not confident on getting it released this year in case
they're
they're
like,
running
wait,
into
wait,
some. Right, exactly. They're like, wait, no, we haven't confirmed any release date. We're still running into some bugs that we're trying to work out. I mean, it sounds to me like the game is pretty far along that it should be coming out. But when it comes to game development, there are things that can really slow it down. How many delays have we seen this generation? It's been the generation of delays.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm excited to see this game when it comes out. I'm really excited to see gameplay of this game. So far, we've seen, a lot of CGI trailers that look really awesome. But I want to see, somebody actually holding a controller and playing the game because I love Spider-Man. I love a lot of Spider-Man games. I mean, Spider-Man 2 was amazing. One that really wasn't talked about a whole lot was Web of Shadows on the 360 and PS3. That was a really good game as far as the gameplay mechanics go. And I just thought it was an amazing overall Spider-Man game for an open world, like, web swinging and everything. It had it. So I want to know, is this new Spider-Man game going to live up to those? Is it going to be its own thing that's going to be really unique and separate? We haven't seen any gameplay, so I don't know.
Yeah. I
Drop
agree.
brings up Hellblade. Now that game I want to see released.
That's an interesting
That's a
one,
game
yeah.
I want to play. So I don't know.
Well, all I can say is Insomniac, and if Spider-Man plays anything like Sunset Overdrive, but you're swinging through the air and shit like that, like already the play mechanics are going to be solid. Like they can borrow a lot from that game itself, so I think it could be good. The graphics are looking pretty good if the actual gameplay lives up to some of the early representations. So we'll have to see.
Interesting.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and I wonder what Sucker Punch is going to show. Like,
I have no
you said
idea.
it was a new game, right?
Yeah, they said it's a
That they're working on?
new IP.
Yeah, and all I'm used to seeing from them is, like, Infamous and...
Sly
there was
Cooper.
Yeah, Sly. Yeah, there it is, that one. That's the only two I think I know from them, really. That's what they did a lot. I think
Sucker
they
Punch is
helped...
doing what, Hellblade?
No, that's a different.
No, they're doing a new IP.
Yeah,
Yeah, nobody knows what Sucker Punch is up to right now.
Yeah, they're going to be showing something at E3 apparently. So.
I wonder what that is gonna be.
I'll know about it soon enough, and then I'll spoil it for everyone. Don't worry.
You know what? The PlayStation E3 needs some spoilers because I mean the Xbox E3 everything gets leaked like a month ahead of time.
Well, the reason they do that is so it has less dramatic appeal when that happens, right? It's like if you look at who leaks a lot of that stuff, it's a lot of people in like NeoGAF and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree.
I can see-
You're saying it's a sabotage crap.
Yeah, it's always sabotage, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
Take
let
the
me get
hype
back because I want to kind of bring up a couple points here. I've been kind of taking it all in, and I'm listening. And you know, Mike makes a point that if you're a Spider-Man fan, you've got to take the fanboy of your Spider-Man out of this conversation for a second. This isn't to Mike. This is to the audience. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. Most Spider-Man games are just swinging from skyscraper to skyscraper, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that just gets really old really quick. The other thing I think is that Insomniac's going to spend a lot of time on making this game beautiful. It's going to look beautiful. But the problem is it's going to be boring. And that's the problem a lot of times with any of these games that are so immensely gorgeous on screen. They're boring. They're just boring. And so that game I do think will be delayed. Everyone's saying that Sony's going to come out and throw the kitchen sink at Microsoft. And maybe E3, they will come out and say that. Because remember everything that I've been saying for such a long time. Sony can come out in June and say, everything we've ever showed you is coming out this fall. And to glorious applause, everybody lights a match. People are fainting in the stands. This happens time and time again. But what is the real repercussion if the only thing you get this fall is just that game Detroit and Days Gone? People are going to, well, Mooch, who cares? It's all going to come out in the spring when Microsoft's dry, right? So Sony can do no wrong. We've said this for years. People are now starting to say, well, of course, Mooch. I like it's now, of course, Mooch, but it took me 2 years for it to install it in the people's minds. Like now you see that no matter what Sony does come June, and they're not stupid. They know that they can do whatever they want. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you've ever been the big brother or big sister in the family. You know you can say the younger sibling spilt the milk and it wasn't you because your parents are going to look at them and be like, well, the little one always does spill the milk. So the point of the matter is Sony can come out and say whatever they want. And that's what's going to happen again. So just be prepared, everybody, that Sony's going to tell you that the entire portfolio is coming out before Black Friday. And then you're going to find out that 2 of the 5 big games are coming out. And that's what's going to happen. So, I mean, that's my only thing with that. And I think Spider-Man is going to be a letdown. Spider-Man is going to be a lot of glitz, glamour, and a really pretty game that you just swing rooftop to rooftop and collect, you know, Spider-Man's version of toilet paper and neon signs.
I hope it's not totally fair.
Man, Mooch.
What?
I'm a Mooch maniac now.
Yeah.
Come on,
Team Mooch,
That
Team
game
Mooch.
sucks.
We're all in awe.
Yeah.
Sounds like Spider-Man's going to start up his own swingers club.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
No chills.
no chill.
Right on time.
No, hold on. I didn't mean that one. Chill. I meant that one. That was my bad.
Oh,
That was
Crappy,
actually
you're
funny.
fired. You're fired, Crappy.
crap.
That was hilarious, man. I gotta say that was absolutely hilarious. You know what? Yeah, Spider-Man. I think is gonna be a good game. I'd buy it. Yeah, man. Look, it looks like to disagreeing with Mooch a little bit because we were talking a little bit back and forth. Sony looks like they're bringing everything they got this year. They need to because it's going against Scorpio. We know it's probably a topic, but that Uncharted standalone game's coming out in August. The only reason why that's coming out in August is probably because they have too many stuff coming out later in the year. They're going to obviously Gran Turismo Sport. I've heard of God of War. Days Gone could even come out this year, or that could be a spring game too. But I don't know. It really depends on when Last of Us 2. I don't really see them releasing 2 zombie games in the same year.
No, that's not even
But-
ready.
Yeah, so it really depends on when that. If that's not till a 2020 game, Last of Us 2, then Days Gone could be a spring game. They've had a lot of success with that, right? The spring type game release or whatever.
Yeah.
So I could see them do that. You know what I mean? But yeah, if Spider-Man comes out, then you have that. It could be the best year that I've had personally on PlayStation because usually it's a year between releases that I actually buy, like the big AAA ones.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
because
I'll buy
you and
some
I, like, we just buy, like, all the exclusives and all that kind of stuff. We
The
play the
mainstream
multiplayer
stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like buying the mainstream stuff, you know, like Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted,
Right.
God of War, that kind of stuff. I couldn't care less about Personas or
You know, we don't talk
about
about it
Gran
enough,
Turismo?
guys. We don't talk about it enough, but that chat is terrible on PSN. I mean, we should talk about it, right? I mean, come on. I mean, GKB, when we were playing Drawn to Death, it was like you were holding like a can and a rope to your ear.
It was. And we had like, I don't know what it is, but like when we had like all of us going in there, like the connection issues were just terrible too. And it really brought down the game because I thought the game, Drawn to Death, was a fantastic game. It was super fun.
It was fun.
What made it worse or made it not as fun was, you know, the connection issues and all that kind of stuff that had to do with PSN. It wasn't anybody's internet or anything like that. So it's
not even just that. It's finding the chats and all that because you're like, oh, SheWulf. How do I? Where am I supposed to go to find this?
I mean, look at Craft's mic like right now. Like he sounds fantastic. It's the same mic he uses all the time.
Yeah, same internet, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and on PlayStation,
you sounded like you were underwater on the stream.
Yeah, it was bad. But here's the thing, right? Like me and Mooch, we have this little in joke. Have you guys seen the movie Zoolander, the first one, where they're acting like monkeys and they're on the desk hitting the PC, right? Because they're trying to get the files out of the PC. That's me and Mooch trying to figure out PSN. We literally were like, we better get on and so we don't look stupid. And we actually ran a test run of trying to do the party chat and stuff like that, so we didn't look like assholes. But
you know what, Crap? But if you watch all the major like PlayStation YouTubers that really play, they admit to you that they don't play multiplayer games. Like Greg Miller's an example. I'll just point him out. He's well known. He says all the time. Someone said to him something. He's like, "Well, I'll be honest with you. As far as chat goes, I barely use it. I only play single player games." Yeah. And he says it all the time. So it's not me just saying that. And I think that's the majority of Sony players. And that's fine. But you are listening to a podcast right now where when you listen to everything people were saying were the games they were currently playing, 90%, Fox didn't even wait a second. Fox was like, let me tell you right now, I'm playing Gears. And she's playing multiplayer. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, every time everyone in this podcast gets together, we get online, we see each other online, people jump in the chats. And I'm not saying that Microsoft's UI is not... We're familiar with it, right? It's like home, so we're familiar with it. So we're kind of a little biased in that standpoint. But then there's just functionality, okay? So yes, we're biased, but we're biased because it works, you know. And that's the thing I'm trying to say. And that's something that we all just kind of overshadow, all of us. And people don't want to talk about it. But the point of the matter is part of the reason that we became Xbox fans in the begin with is because it works. You know, and that's the problem I have. Every time I go on the PSN, like Crap said, we have to get on 45 minutes before we play so we can make sure people can actually play.
Fun fact, Mooch, we were supposed to stream on Friday night, but the servers were down.
The servers were down.
Yeah, Mooch was like, I can't even get in. We were supposed to play Friday night, and Mooch is like, man, the servers, I just keep getting this error over and over again. And then even when we were playing, the game locked up on Mooch, and he had to restart, and we had to do 2 different streams. So it was like, and this is an online-only game. There's no single player. So the fact that this is, I think, peer-to-peer, and they were having so many issues. I mean, you still need a server to find a host. So if that's having issues on top of everything else, and then the voice chat is just terrible.
We were going back and forth on Friday when the servers were down, and we couldn't go. And he's like, Mooch, we said we were going to stream. We got to stream. Have you guys ever seen the movie Super Troopers? When they're like wrecked in the beginning, they're like, pull over. And he's like, I can't pull over any further. That's Crap. Crap's like, we got to play. I'm like, we can't play. The servers are down. We can't do it. Nice. He's like, we got to do this. And I'm like, buddy, this is not me. I'm telling you right now. And it had the website up there. I actually took a picture of it. I said, Crap, in case anyone gives you any shit, here's a picture of it saying servers are down. Go to www.drawntodeath.com. And the minute you go there, the website was even crashed. So, I mean, like, it was just a mess.
Well, the funny thing is, I'm a stickler, man. I'm like, with anything, you got to do something consistently. And so I'm like, Mooch, we gotta consistently stream on this day. Yeah. So it's like, it's like consistent. And he's like, I know, bro, but look, you can't get on there. I get this error. He's like, I'll screenshot it. Look. He's like, look, I can't get on there. It's error 1378, whatever the hell it was. You know what I mean? I was just like, okay. Well, I mean.
I'm going to go ahead and e-beg a little bit. We got 135 people watching us right now. 62 likes. Come on, guys. We could do better than that. Hit that like button. Let's go. We also got some code drops from Banis Atriox in there. He's giving away an Ark Survival Evolved code, so make sure you guys say thanks and all that kind of stuff. We are also giving away, I think 2. We're giving away Ukulele, and Newf is going to be giving away a $50 Microsoft gift card, too. So we're going to be doing that here.
Just give it away here, Newf.
Greedy, always greedy.
Nice.
Hey, no. Hold on. I've had this conversation with SheWulf. I've never won anything.
No.
I've only won one thing.
What about didn't you get something from Rare? Like a bag or
GKB just
something?
relies on me.
Oh, I didn't win that. I got a Banjo-Kazooie like tote bag or something like that back in the day.
I remember. It was a couple years ago.
Yeah. What? Wow. See? Oh, you are Team Crap. We're friends.
Whatever,
Nice,
man.
nice.
Oh, shit.
So I want to go ahead and jump into the next topic, guys. And this is kind of a weird one. So Remedy's come out and said, hey, they're porting their Northlight engine, the one that was using Quantum Break, to the PS4. So it looks like their Project P7 is going to be multi-plat, like everyone was saying. But people are kind of running with like Quantum Break's going to be on PS4 for some reason. I didn't really understand that because, I mean, to the the awesome gaming media's credit, they were using Quantum Break as the picture for their stories, so that could be part of it.
Crack staff right there.
It's like awesome gaming media.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think about that? I mean, we kind of were already talking about like their next thing was probably going to be multiplat anyway.
Oh no! Now who will make mediocre, poorly received games that don't sell on Xbox? Like who cares? I get it. People like I like Alan Wake. I like Quantum Break. The media didn't like them. Everybody shit on them. They're like, oh, I didn't like the TV thing. And now everybody is like, wow, can't wait. Man, it's going to be awesome to see them do something. Like, totally, guys. The PS4, where it's at, they're going to do amazing games, man. It's going to be great. And I'm like, it's so funny because they all shit on them. They hated them. There's not even a reload animation with Quantum Break. That game sucked. They're shitty developer. They're bad.
Oh, and what else did they used to say? It took like 4 years for them to come out with a game at a time or whatever.
Yeah, and this game, to be fair, is only early in the stages of development. So we'll see. We'll see in 2021, 2022, something like that.
Well, and how ironic was it that
see you in the vault.
Whoa! Does anybody else see the irony of Quantum Break getting shit on for checkerboarding from its native resolution up to 1080p? But now that seems to be the cool thing to do. Quo, exactly. Yeah. No. It's amazing. I could see why everybody on the PS4 would embrace Remedy because they've been playing that game for a long time with that checkerboard.
Sorry, I was reading chat there.
No, my question comes to a little bit of a different. I'll pose it in a different way. I mean, I read that today, and I said to myself, "What company that exclusively worked for Sony is now going multi-plat?" And I mean, I guess we could say Insomniac, but what did Insomniac do? They made a game for Microsoft, and whoop, right back over to Sony.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, the check was still wet, and they're like. They're back. I mean, we just don't get any. There's no respect. I don't know what Phil has to do.
I feel like Ed McMahon a lot of the times when Mooch is talking, he's Johnny Carson, right? I'm like,
he's like the laughing guy in the background of the Tom Green show. Yeah.
I don't get it, but that shit's funny to me. I don't know, man.
No, I mean, really, why don't we ever get that? Like, I've never seen anything like that. It's only that Sony gets this. Like, yes, we did get Insomniac. That was great. And I was like, maybe this is the start of a turn of Microsoft being able to grab some people. Microsoft has, we all don't realize how the money gets dispersed. So that we have to take with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But you're trying to tell me that if somebody said to me, okay, tomorrow, Mooch, for the foreseeable future, you are going to be in charge of not only marketing, but recruiting. Do you have any idea? I'm going to ask just how much I can get, and I'm just on principle going to bring Naughty Dog over. Why? That doesn't mean this, that, and the other thing. Like you guys are all going to jump to different conclusions. I'm just going to go and grab their prime player in the game and bring them over. And this is not something revolutionary. If you don't believe me, tune into baseball. Whenever somebody has a great year, the New York market or the LA market goes and grabs that player because they're going to take it. If anything, even if that player ends up sucking bad and they overpay for him, guess what? Your team doesn't have him anymore. Why is it Microsoft with a huge checkbook can't just bring one? Maybe Sucker Punch, maybe just Insomniac, maybe just Naughty Dog. Bring one over to start to work for you. Even if they make an absolute piece of shit, what you did was you took one classic AAA away from them. And I just don't see why that doesn't happen. It's just not a dog-eat-dog business.
They did with Insomniac, by the way. They did get them to make Sunset Overdrive, and we didn't buy it.
Yeah, but crap.
We didn't buy it.
Well, I got news for you. I mean, the same thing's going to happen with, this Remedy game, nobody knows what it is, so it's really improper to speak on it right now. But realistically, how many Remedy games have made like the top 3 in the top 10? Zip.
Yeah.
Right? Zip. So, like, it's not going to just, like, Remedy going over there is a big name that they're going to be doing multi-plat. But the same thing happened with what? Respawn. Respawn, oh my God, Respawn's finally going to the PS4. Do you see Respawn nowadays? Please play the game. It's 8 cents on the spring sale, right? I mean, your credit card company won't even put that much through. It's so low. Like, it's just insane at this point, and this is what happens, I mean, it's just getting ridiculous. So I just would like to see Microsoft steal a competitor, steal one of their brands, and do something with them. And for some reason, they're not doing it.
Here's the other thing too, Mooch. Like, I totally agree. Like, why not go after like some of these things? But honestly, man, there's just so much young talent and stuff out there right now, in like the video game biz and all that kind of stuff. I really want to see Microsoft come out at this E3 and being like, "Hey, here's some new studios we've been building, and and all this kind of stuff." And I want to really see like some new talent. Like, I totally get like the Naughty Dogs; they do great stuff and all that kind of stuff. But it's I don't want to say milked, but it's kind of getting a little old to me. Like, I want to see new, fresh, exciting like IPs and stuff. Kind of like whatever you want to say. I thought Recore was really good. In Quantum Break and all that kind of stuff too, man. That's the kind of stuff I want to see for sure. So hopefully,
and it's interesting you say that, because I was listening to the Ladies' Night last night, and they were talking about that program going on down in Australia where they're teaching kids how to program for gaming and stuff like that.
Yeah, academia.
So they're already working on creating the next generation of developers, and if they see some talent in that pool, they're going to help develop that even further, and that's just going to pan out for them in the future. I mean, they're already looking 3 steps ahead of where we're at right now.
Yeah, I totally think that's like a smart move too, man. Like, get them on board with Xbox now, like early, being like, yo, man, they helped us out. We developed for Xbox. We know the platform. So all these young guys might just go ahead and go and help out like Microsoft at some point. That would be freaking awesome.
Well, it's not even just that. Look at all what they're doing with the dev kits and stuff like that, how they're opening it up where anybody can pretty much create games and stuff now. And with their Game Pass and everything that they're adding in, like, they want to allow new content games to be created just for that from developers that literally just play around with the dev kits and stuff. They're literally opening up so much to new developers and finding new talent that it's amazing.
Yeah, I agree. Newf, you awake over there?
Yeah, man, still here. Just listening to you guys. Putting up things in the chat.
Awesome.
That's great.
What's Crap gonna do when they take away the sound effects on the 25th?
Oh, he's gonna hate it. He's gonna
I'll hate it.
Why would they do that? What's the premise?
I have no idea.
They're streamlining it or whatever. I don't know. It's stupid.
Google being Google.
Yeah.
They have apps you can download on your phone.
Yeah.
Yes, I will use my Windows phone with apps.
Oh, wait, never mind. You might not have it then.
No apps there.
Such a hater, Fox. I swear.
Let's go ahead and go.
Ultimatum.
Let's go ahead and go into the next topic here, because I think this one's going to get Old Crap Gamer a little excited. So there was a lot of like rumors out today that BioWare is going to be, or BioWare Austin, I guess, is working on a new KOTOR reboot. This guy Robertson had on good authority that they're working on a revival of sorts, kind of not a sequel, but more of a reboot, like in a different lore and all that kind of stuff, which I thought was really interesting, and I'm excited to see that kind of storyline. They also hired the original writer that worked on the KOTOR series and the first 2 Mass Effects back in 2015, so he's there. So what do you think, Crap? You think this is gonna happen, man?
Yeah, well, here's what the post says. It says that BioWare Austin is exclusively working on Star Wars games. I've heard that it isn't exactly a remake anymore, but it started as a remake revival. Now it's kind of gone from the blueprint and sort of its own original thing. So I think that that would be awesome. It's like, I often wonder why, as developers, they see the fan outcry for games like this, and they don't do it. It's like people want Mega Man games, yet Capcom doesn't put them out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People want a Conquer game from Microsoft, but they don't put them out. You know what I mean? It's like there's all these games that we want and the people want, and then they don't put them out. Like, it seems to me kind of counterproductive. But yeah, KOTOR, that was my first, man, I remember that was the absolute game that I had the most fun with on the original Xbox when that thing came out. Just as, I mean, I liked Halo and stuff like that too, but I was engrossed with KOTOR like no other. And then the year later when KOTOR 2 came out, it wasn't as good because they kind of rushed it, but still a really good game. And so a reboot or a reimagining of that with current, because now everything has to fall within Disney's
timeline.
Their timeline. So I could see that. I mean, like, that would be fantastic. I remember that being such a swerve, finding out that you were Revan. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, like holy crap, you know, I was just like, wow, yeah. And so yeah, it would be absolutely that would be awesome. Like that was like the thing that got me hooked on. I didn't like RPGs till that point.
Yeah.
Like that was it. Yeah, I mean that was it for me. That was like the introduction to that for me. Like,
well, can I bring something up though, since we're talking about nostalgia here?
Sure.
It's a hell of a drug, right?
You're on it right now.
Yes.
Listen, I got news for you. Look, let's just look at what's happening. Okay, that you guys know as well as I know that KOTOR, people talk about it. They can't wait for it. It's not going to do well. Now let me just tell you why. So
blasphemy, Mooch.
Here it comes. I understand. That's fine. And that's fine. But hear me out. So everybody had to have, what is it there? Oh, God, now I'm not going to remember. I'll go to my next point. Mass Effect. Okay, so Mass Effect. Everyone's like, Mass Effect. Bring on Mass Effect. Bring on Mass Effect. Now, Mass Effect did do well. But I've said this before. I said it on, I think, when I came back to MNC Mornings a few weeks ago. Like we all build up this. I remember how great it was. Like when Phil Spencer sat down 4 years ago or 3 years ago, and he was like, "Let me tell you guys how my first game was Voodoo Vince," and everybody sat there and everybody was like, "That's great. I wish we had another game." Now Voodoo Vince is coming out and people are throwing eggs at it. Nobody cares. You know, the same thing happens over and over. I think we just build so much hype about what it is, and then when it comes out, we're like, not really into it. And I don't know if a new crowd is into what was so great. Like, crap couldn't wait to play Battlefront. Battlefront was going to be the best thing since sliced bread. That was just going to be the bee's knees. Everybody had to get it. Then it came out and everybody was like,
I don't mean to cut you off, but that seems to be everything. You want what you can't have, you get it, and then you don't want it.
Yeah, I think you're onto something. And I guess that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Why are we still always talking about games that were out like 10 years ago and we can't wait to play them again? Like, who the hell is walking through the mall and you remember back 10, 15 years ago, that's where the arcade was, and you were like, you know what I need? Mrs. Pac-Man. I need Mrs. Pac-Man right now. I don't see, like, why are we going?
Example, like COD 4. Everyone wanted this stupid remaster.
Hey,
and nobody played it.
You still play it, crap.
I play it.
You still play it?
Yeah.
I didn't want it.
You know, Mooch brings up a...
Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Mooch brings up a good point. You know, Mass Effect was the follow-up to KOTOR and then Dragon Age, and then we've seen how those games have played out. So, you know, I would love a new KOTOR. I am hella nostalgic about KOTOR 1 and KOTOR 2, despite what other people think about the sequel. I loved both games. And, you know, with BioWare, are they going to go with the systems they have in place for Dragon Age and Mass Effect where it's more of a real-time? I mean, I liked KOTOR for the strategy involved with the team-place role-playing where you could pause the game in the middle of a battle and dictate into each one of your characters what move they were going to use next, what force power they're going to use. Is that going to carry over to this generation and what BioWare has done with their RPGs right now? I would love to see a new KOTOR, but, you know, is it going to be...
They could switch that up. I mean, they could do the way that they do it now. You know what I mean? If you look at... even Jade Empire, they switched it up because the KOTOR way was outdated by that time. So I could see them changing. And again,
you guys think Shenmue 3 is going to kick ass when it comes out?
No,
everybody couldn't stop. No, don't forget. Now, you guys, we're all saying no, right? But you guys, let's just pretend Shenmue 3 wasn't even a thing right now. It wasn't a thing. Do you remember? We were all part of podcasts a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And they're like, you know what we really could use? A new Shenmue. And now that it's coming out and we're seeing that it's going to be everybody's just like, I understand that new IPs don't always ring that bell, but look at games that are popular and that work. Okay, these GTA big sandbox type games, these are what seems to work, and everything else falls short. Like what Mike was just saying. Okay, BioWare did that, and other companies have done that, like with Dragon Age, where you could actually stop the game for a second and tell the characters what you want them to do, and then they move forward. It doesn't seem like the clientele, the gamers these days, have that kind of patience. That's almost like a chess game, right? Yeah. And I just don't see that anymore.
I don't think that's going to happen. Like, even if they did like the KOTOR now, like it would probably be more of a Mass Effect type kind of game and stuff like that and gameplay for the gamers today and what they're used to right now. But
and then people would complain that they changed it too much. Don't buy it.
That's probably true.
But listen. That's just gamers these days, right? They do that. Right. But again, it's not going to be a remake. Like I could understand saying, well, nostalgia, but if this is just a totally new one, then I think people, that's what we asked for. Like I remember when they announced the SWTOR online MMO, and I remember thinking, who the hell asked for this? I wanted a KOTOR 3. You know what I mean? And apparently at some point in time there was a KOTOR 3, but they canceled it. I want finality to that world or whatever. You know
crap.
what I mean?
And we touched on it last week, and I'm sorry, Newf, I'm definitely gonna let you talk. I apologize. But my point is this: the reason I think Halo and Call of Duty and Gears, okay, I'll pick on those three, are so successful is Halo is almost to a clock every 3 years. Yep. Gears to a clock is almost 3 years, and Call of Duty is every 12 months. And listen, you guys can sit here in the chat or we'll listen to it later and say, you know what, Mooch, that's why I don't like those games. But then as you say that, you look down at your collection and you own all of them. So my point being is that, like, when a company takes so much time off, what ends up happening is expectations get out of whack and people start daydreaming and and then they start thinking before was better, and every change
like
is
Assassin's
just awful.
Creed?
Yes.
It took a break, and now
they
take
that's 1 year though, SheWulf.
But I'm just saying,
1
though,
year. If Assassin's Creed takes 5 years off, it would come back to absolute misery.
But what I mean, though, is more or less like for Assassin's Creed, everybody wanted it to just take a break. They're like, oh my god, it's overrated, whatever. But then it took a break, and everyone's like, where the hell is Assassin's Creed? Like, everyone made this big fuss about getting Assassin's Creed back, and now, like, the hype has kind of changed.
But let me be clear where I stood on this. I'm like, no, I missed not having Assassin's Creed. Maybe I didn't always pick it up at launch, but I always would pick it up within the first 6 months, and I missed it. Just like Call of Duty. I wouldn't want Call of Duty. Like, when people are like, Call of Duty needs to take a break, I'm like, what for? They're already on 3-year development cycles. That's plenty.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, well, they got 3 different studios doing that too. What were you going to say, Newf? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say, like, the thing is, you know, like Mooch says, nostalgia is a hell of a drug, and he's certainly right. And SheWulf was right. We want things that we can't have, and we finally get them, that we sort of don't want them. But, like, you know, the thing is, the games industry has really evolved a lot too. That's the one thing. Like, this industry has evolved so much more than even, say, the movie industry has in the last 20 or 30 years. You know what I mean? Like, because the technology allows games to evolve and go with it. And I'll give you some great examples. I remember I bought the Sega Saturn, you know, back 1995. Tomb Raider was one of the first real big 3D games that came out at the time. And you know what? I played the hell out of it, and I thought that was the fucking bee's knees. I thought that game was amazing, but it had that, you know, that 8-way directional control, and you go back and play that game today and it's absolutely miserable. It's terrible. It's like, this game might stand a chance if it had modern day controls. You go back and play GoldenEye now. How many people would actually spend hours playing that game with that one stick on the Nintendo N64? Yeah. I mean, the games are sound, but they change so much. Now, in terms of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, I mean, it's easier to invest in that property because it is Star Wars. Like, if you were coming out right now to say Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic sequel or Jade Empire, there's about a 90% chance people would go to Star Wars Knights, simply because, again, it is Star Wars, and whether the game is great or it fails to live up to expectations, it's going to sell an easy couple million copies, just like Battlefront did last year right out the gate. I mean, there was nothing really wrong with Battlefront per se. I think the problem with Battlefront was it was just lacking. They didn't have enough stuff out of the box. Like, it just felt like an incomplete game. It was right in principle. It played okay. It looked okay. But again, that was a stretch as well. I mean, we all remember the old Battlefront games. Has anybody gone back to play an old Battlefront game since the new Battlefront?
I went back and played that COD 2, and I was just terrible, man. Like, there was like no sprint and all that other kind of stuff. And yeah, I totally agree with you, Newf. Like, I think, yeah, like, even it would only be like KOTOR name, honestly, for this day and age. Like, it's not going to be like the same kind of thing. And I think, like, going back to it, like, I just want, like, those memories, I guess, and, like, nostalgia is like a hell of a drug, like Mooch says all the time. And it could be part of that as well. I guess we're just looking for that magic as gamers, you know, from when we were.
Mooch brought up Shenmue, but you know what? Like, Shenmue was mostly popular on Dreamcast more than any other platform, right? Yeah. But how many people actually ever owned a Dreamcast? That system did not. Well, I mean, it sold well up until the point when Sega kind of canceled it. You know what I mean? But there wasn't that many people who owned it to begin with. So, do you think anyone's just going to run out and buy Shenmue, like, if they'd never heard of it before? Like, the majority of people who would buy that game are probably fans of the old one, and we don't know if it's even going to hold a candle to the old one.
That's a good point. And crap, I mean, let me just speak to Newf's point and bring up when you
crap
said
liver here.
No, crap. Well, crap. You said, crap. You said yourself. You're like, well, myself personally, and you're like, when I'm speaking, I'm not really just talking about just me. I'm trying to actually reach the masses, and that's what Newf was just saying. Like, you have to understand. Like, crap goes, well, I actually wanted an Assassin's Creed. When I say take a break, I mean, Assassin's Creed, sit the fuck down and have a goddamn Kit Kat bar. Take a break. Like, take 3 years off. Okay? Like, I mean, like, these guys are taking a year off. Crap, that's not a break. Take a break.
Well, I mean,
make a game that's amazing and come back and see me. That's the whole thing I don't understand with this whole thing is like, I just don't get, like, we need to understand that the games that were so, I loved Ghosts and Goblins as a kid, okay? Could you just imagine if any company put millions of dollars into making a side scroller Ghosts and Goblins, it would sell like 8 copies. Like, nobody's going to do that anymore. Like, it's just, but in my mind, it was amazing, right? Yeah. I mean, that's where I'm saying, like, and GKB, you nailed it a couple minutes ago. You nailed it. You're like, you know what? I think that I would like to have a new one, but it probably wouldn't sell well. That's the thing. It won't sell well. Yeah, and we've seen it like 3 times.
I think it'll sell a lot just off name alone, but I don't think it'll be like too critically acclaimed as like maybe the first one and stuff like that. I think, like I was saying, like it'll just say KOTOR and people will just buy it on nostalgia alone, right? Like that's what we were doing.
Well, BioWare's not one of those free pass developers. You know, like they're not one of those free pass developers that just get by on the name alone or whatever. You know what I mean?
No,
it's
look
just
at
like,
well, in a game that's been on the shelf for what, like 10, 12 years now, it's not going to live up to the expectations. You expect something amazing because you haven't seen a new KOTOR game in so long, and you're going to get something that's just like a lot of the other games that we have out on the market right now. Everyone's going to expect more, and that's going to make the game seem less than what it is because the expectations are so much higher than what you're actually going to get in the finished product.
Yeah, I agree.
All I know is at the end of the day, the game itself, KOTOR, has a big following, and all I have to say is Star Wars fans. So I don't really, when you compare Star Wars and then you say Shenmue 3, no, I don't think so. It has nothing to do with this. Throw that to the side. I don't care about that. I'd rather see Star Wars or
Fox,
something like that.
But everyone on this panel always says, like, you know, gamers. And if we care about games and gamers, that means longevity too. And you're right. Star Wars sells. Okay, right. It sells, right? But look at Battlefront. Like, that community's dead.
KOTOR is completely different type of game. It has longevity. It's big.
But it would have to be done right. That's the thing.
Yes,
obviously. Wasn't there a Knights of the Old Republic or something like that that came on PC just about 5 years ago?
Yes, SWTOR, yeah.
So, and that was a bomb.
Well, it was PC. I mean, I don't know.
But I mean,
what do you expect?
But that
what are you gonna
do? But that was big for like everyone. I knew that was a big. I work with a lot of PC fans, and they were so amped about it. And then 3 months later, I was like, "So how's that going?" Like, I haven't touched it. You know, I mean, it just died. And same thing happened with Battlefront. So my point is that yes, Fox is right.
I like
you put Star Wars. Crap! we are excluding your vote from all future votes. Crap is like a gamer. Like, he buys every. Yeah. We do. This is a conversation we have even off the air. Like, he buys everything and likes everything. So it's really hard. Like I'm like, well, I really didn't care for that. Well, it's funny. I actually bought it day one. What am I eating or something? Been playing it ever since.
Oh my god!
That was the old Starburst days. But listen.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like,
oh my gosh.
Oh,
so,
man, no.
But I mean, like,
this is true. I get it.
True.
Crap
you know
does buy everything.
He does. He buys, which is, by the way, that's
No Man's
awesome.
Sky, and I'm still mad at him.
I don't know.
About
I
that.
still think the whole Star Wars thing is kind of more. People seem to care more for the movies and that kind of stuff than the actual games themselves.
I don't know, man. Like Battlefront,
I don't know about that.
I don't know. It's just.
Yes,
that sold on like hopes
I'm
and
not
dreams too, man. It was like
yes, but see, think about it though. When Battlefront came out, there was a lot of hype because of the new movies that were coming out, and then it came out, and a lot of people were let down by DLC, by no campaign.
Well, yeah, that's after the fact, yes.
But it was still a letdown. So to bring out another game that by some chance could be done wrong, I'm not saying it will, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
Right.
Because it's a big franchise, there is a lot that's being upheld. But that's like people wanting...
No, like, here's the thing. Like, I totally get what you're saying, but, like, literally EA comes out and is like, yeah, there's DLC, guys. We're not going to tell you fucking anything. And you know what? Just because it was Star Wars, everybody fucking bought it.
Yes, and then they bought it, and they were disappointed. So who's to say that has not changed people's minds?
They can come out and be like, look, here's a shit. I'm going to shit this out, and it's going to look like Han Solo. And somebody will fucking buy it.
Hold on.
Like,
but what if they're more cautious the next time? Like, that's what people don't seem to realize. Video games are different from movies and everything else. Like, what you're putting your money towards... Okay, so yes, Battlefront came out. Yes, they came out with their season pass where people were like, oh my god, yes, buy. And then they were let down. So who's to say they won't be cautious the next time around because of that?
Well, I think you're.
Because-
really grow like.
No, I
GKB and
understand.
SheWulf,
And you
you're
have
both right.
yes, you have both
You're both
valid
right.
points.
Okay, so Star Wars has an amazing pedigree when it comes to video games. If you go all the way back to the mid 90s up through the mid 2000s, there were a lot of amazing Star Wars games that came out. Jedi Outcast, or Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, and then Jedi Knight 2 and Jedi Academy. Those were all great Star Wars games. The Battlefront games, Battlefront 1 and 2, those were amazing games. What happened was EA got this contract out of Disney, and we all know what EA does to games. You know, we saw it with Battlefront last year. Hopefully they've learned their lesson and they'll do something better. But I mean, when it comes to Star Wars, it's not just a movie franchise. There was so much more to Star Wars.
Love those characters.
There was the expanded universe of books that were freaking amazing, if you ask me. Like I said already, the games were great. I remember Star Wars Jedi Academy. I was part of a community on PC that, like, we played that game every night. I poured thousands of hours into that game. So there are great Star Wars games out there. It's just that within the past 5 to 10 years, things have drastically changed, and we're looking at more legal issues than anything else. Yeah. And I would love to see more developers working on Star Wars IPs, because when you put it all in the hands of one publisher, they're limited. And that to me is something that shouldn't be done. You should let everybody work on this franchise that everybody has grown up loving, and it's just something that has been a downfall recently. And like I said, hopefully EA has learned from their mistakes with the last Battlefront, and they go back to the roots, because the Battlefront games on the PS2 and the Xbox, they were great. If they can replicate that, I mean, I'm going to be loving that new Battlefront when it comes out, if they can be as good as that.
Mike, let me say something. They were great at that time, but like I think they're great more than the average person, because I'll tell you what, my first gaming clan was built around Battlefront 2. I rented a server. I paid, it was like $30 a month for my own server on PS2. Great success on there. Met a lot of great friends, 10, 11, 12 years ago even. Fantastic game. But the game itself was nothing really special. It was like, even the campaign was just bots. And you just basically played what you did in the multiplayer, but against bots with a little tiny still things of a guy talking or whatever. Like the Galactic Conquest was cool and stuff like that. But it's the newer one would have been so much better. All they needed to do was add voice chat, a single player campaign, and make it class based. And I think you're good to go. You know what I mean? I think that a lot of times, like what Mooch even said, you build up these things about what they were, and they were good at the time. But if I go back and play Battlefront 2 now, that game's gonna suck. Yeah. Just because we've all evolved. Like I went back and play some of the older Halos, and they're kind of fun, but it's like you can't even run.
Yeah, you can't.
Like that's so draconian. You know what I mean? Like that is so.
Everybody
gets so used to it.
Well, yeah, that's where, like, everybody wants something, but then when it comes out, they're disappointed. That's like people who'd want to be, like, go back in time and be a Spartan, but then realize they don't have, like, cell phones anymore, and they'd be like, oh, screw this crap. Like,
well, here's the thing I want to, like, bring up, too, because K-Rose brings up a perfect point in the chat, and that's kind of what I was kind of alluding to, is, like, if it's Star Wars, it's a must-buy. A lot of people, think that's it.
Did you buy Battlefront?
No, because I'm more into, like, the game, but I'm not saying, like, I'm not that guy. Like, I'm okay. I can, like, justify my purchases and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying, like, people are like that out there. And that's why you saw, Battlefront sell like it did. Even on DLC, they're just like, yeah, there's DLC. Sure, here you go. We're not going to tell you what it is. And people bought the shit out of it.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen with every Star Wars
game. Who we all know, is a good example. Absolutely big Star Wars fanatic. Got it. Was completely disappointed. Has he said anything about buying the new one, like off the bat?
He's going to buy it day one.
But here's the thing, when it comes to something like that, it's happening slowly, so we're not seeing it happen fast enough. But it's the old fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on you. My point being is that, we sit here all the time and we're like, oh, well, if Microsoft and Scorpio just slaps an R2-D2 on it, it's going to sell like hotcakes. That's not really true. That's just not really true. And for the people that do that, they've been burned before, and it's like, listen, you guys don't believe me now. Like, trust me. When we have a Star Wars coming out now, like every year, right? So we had Star Wars Force Awakens, then we had Rogue One. Now we're gonna have this one here, Jedi Returns or whatever.
Episode 7.
It's gonna be 8. And like, my point being is just that, like, the whole point being is that, like, eventually when we get to like 9 or 10, like, there was a time. If you don't believe me, there was a time I actually sat there back in 2007, 2008 even 2009. And I was like, there's no way Call of Duty's ever going to get bad press. Like, people who don't play video games are playing this. You had executives playing it in their offices. I'm like, this is crazy, right? I mean, listen, I just ended up, shame on me for watching House of Cards so late, but I was just checking House of Cards. He's playing Call of Duty in the first episode of House of Cards. Like, my point being is, like, that was a prime target. And now people are like, fuck Call of Duty. You know, and it's like, all right,
they
well,
still
whatever.
buy it.
But they still, well, some do, but the numbers are dropping.
They're dropping. I agree with you.
Well, they're dropping. And, you know, and it's funny. I don't know if that was SheWulf or Fox, but when you go, but here's the thing. If I gave you marketing money and I said to you, Fox, back in 2010, here's $10 million for you to go and do marketing, which it's way more than that. But all of a sudden, now we're selling, instead of 30 million, now we're selling 22. Now your marketing dollars are like $2.5 million. That hurts. And like, that's my point. Like, we don't see it as the consumer. We just see this like 800-pound gorilla in the room. Yeah. And that's all going to come to an end. So when you see the KOTORs and the Shenmue 3s, and I can't wait for Mech Assault, you know, to come back, because I want to have nobody wants to play with a controller that's the size of your office desk. Nobody.
Come on, Boo, should be
no,
fun.
they don't. Listen,
We'll
Forza,
stream the crap out of it, bro.
Forza, right? Forza is so much better with the driving wheel. And yet you have not walked into any of your friends' house and they're in the cockpit.
Well,
nobody.
Well, you come to my house, you will. You will.
They're expensive. For some people, that's too expensive.
Yeah, but probably so is the Mech Assault 2 NASA Control Center.
True. But like when I think of Star Wars and you mention all these other games, I don't see them in the same level, because Star Wars is forever in our lives. I mean, they've been around since the 70s doing everything. So, and look how long it is, and we're still like, oh wow, the new movie's coming out, or oh, the new game is coming out, what is it about? I know some people don't like Battlefront as much, but I know a lot more that like KOTOR because of story. And even my brother was playing the old ugly shit on the 360 a couple months, and he was loving it because of what you could do in the game, and obviously it doesn't look any good.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, this industry, it's hard to find lightning in a bottle when it comes to games. Do you know what I mean? Because like the industry is so trendy now. Like everything follows hype, it follows trends, it follows kind of where the media wants to take it. Because remember how popular and huge Guitar Hero and Rock Band were, right? They were so huge, everybody had them, everybody played them. I mean, almost everybody I knew. Then it died, like almost instantaneously. They killed it because they overflooded the market with like Guitar Hero this, Guitar Hero that, and Guitar Hero something else.
A lot of knockoffs too was the problem.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the old, like the Game Crash back in '83 was similar, right? Because all these games kept coming out, and there was no real outlets. There's no internet or anything like that, so people were just buying shitty games, and it flooded the market. So there was a lot of knockoffs of those games, and people were buying them or whatever. But then if they would have just kept the one every other year. Yeah, I mean, if they would have just
the industry and you know, they brought them out last year, and they kind of did well, like instantaneously, like okay when they sort of launched, and just as quickly as that, they're forgotten overnight. Like I couldn't believe how hard it was to go into a store. I was actually looking for a new Rock Band kit, and man, they were tough to find. Yeah. And I don't think it's because they were just completely selling out. Yes, but like they weren't stacked up on pallets like they were back in the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to go ahead and move on. I think this was a great conversation, but I want to touch on a couple more topics. I know one that's going to get us a little riled up here, and then I want to get into the spring sale a little bit, and then get into Foxy deals and take some questions. So I want to go into the, Digital Foundry somehow is not relevant due to the Scorpio reveal, which I don't understand why. They've been like the forefront of all this tech stuff, and now all of a sudden, because they say good things about the Scorpio, apparently now they suck to everyone. So and I wanted to touch a little bit on this weird, like, and I get it, like the gaming media is they can have their opinions and all that kind of stuff, but if anything, like, you can definitely see the bias now, because when the Pro was launched, everybody was like, cool, all that kind of stuff. So now the Scorpio is out there, it's in everybody's face, it's much better than the Pro in every possible way, but now it's like it's not even needed now for some reason, and where's the games and all this other kind of stuff. And I want to go around because I know a lot of us are kind of a little bit of annoyed about this topic, and I want to hear what everybody's opinions are. Go.
Well, I'll tell you right now. Oh, crap, damn you. How dare you?
First of all, I want to say that Banished Atriox said that he's going to drop a Black Ops 2 code at 8:50.
Nice.
So,
he's been dropping codes all night, dude. Thank you so much.
Fox, try to get in that one.
So I just wanted to give everybody a heads up. Second of all, I think that, here's the thing, and I've said this before, Digital Foundry what they do technically is great. They analyze the games and then they present their findings. What they do that is kind of bullshit is give their opinion more or less when things are equal, and they'll tend to slant more towards the PS4, no matter what it is. So that is the problem that I have. The fact that you had media people say, hey, it's kind of funny. It looks like maybe Microsoft paid them off because they flew them out there and gave them a hotel room to stay at. That's what you do when you have a guest come out.
They did the same thing for the Pro.
They don't pay. Yeah, exactly. And Sony did the same thing for the Pro, but instead of, going, oh, my bad, the guy's like blocking people. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the thing you have to deal with. Then you had like the N4Gs of the world where you just had maybe you guys saw it, like people were tweeting it out yesterday. Like 6 of the articles were just hate on Scorpio.
Yep.
Like I've never seen anything like it, and I don't understand it. It's like, anybody that wants to downplay it, and I get like a lot of the mainstream media is probably pissed because Microsoft went with Digital Foundry, but to me that's a big fuck you to the rest of the media. What they did there was what they needed to do, right?
Yep.
These people want to screw with us this whole generation. We're going to screw with them back. It's like, and finally they kind of called them out, but in not a roundabout way. Like you could see nobody was covering that. And so Microsoft is fine with that because Scorpio is going to do well on word of mouth and the people are going to enjoy it. And you're going to see the comparisons are going to speak for themselves. So they don't need the media. If you look at what's surpassing the media, and maybe Microsoft noticed this, it's it's us, the YouTubers, it's the blog, you know what I mean?
Yep, the influencers.
We're the media now. We are the ones that kind of push this stuff. And then and I sent this to Mooch earlier today, Colin Moriarty, who I'm not really a big fan of his, but he said this today on Twitter. He said the more irrelevant games media becomes, the more aggressively they'll attack the YouTubers and Twitch streamers that are destroying them. And that's 100% accurate, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is the truth. YouTubers, and that's where people are going to. Do you think somebody who's an Xbox fan and they want to hear some Xbox news about Scorpio or get hyped up about it, are they going to go to IGN or me? They're going to go to me because I'm going to be excited about it, and I'm not going to act like I'm take a bunch of downers before doing a video about it,
sure.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what's happening. And so you have the media, they're pissed off about this stuff, but they're going to have to get over it if they want to survive. At the end of the day, Scorpio is more than what Microsoft promised, and everybody was doubting them. Everybody was doing this or saying that, and you saw GKB, that Game Informer thing made me sick. Where they're like, "Who asked for this?" And wasn't the revision one? But they totally didn't bring up.
They didn't do
PS4
any of that for the
had
PS4.
Yeah, like the PS4 had a revision with the Slim, and it had a Pro.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
All in the
but
same
apparently
year.
not.
Like it was just crazy.
Yeah, within a month of each other. Completely ridiculous. Completely double standards, and they wonder why they're failing. I mean, it's simple. Go ahead, Moochum.
Well, we're saying now, GKB said it. He's like, well, now everybody sees, and you're like, no wonder they're failing. I felt like Roddy Piper and They Live, and I'm the only one who got the pair of sunglasses. Yeah. Like, I was seeing this 2.5 years ago. I'm watching this, and I'm
you're all out of bubble gum.
And I'm all out of goddamn bubble gum. Anybody who hasn't seen They Live, it is an old movie. It takes a lot of time, but you need to watch it. But nonetheless, my point being is that, like, the media has completely come out of their shell now. They're breaking out. They look foolish. And anytime anybody says anything, be careful because they're just gonna like try to spin the conversation around so you look like the fool or the idiot. And that's the thing. That's what they're gonna try to do now. But realistically, listen. When you listen to me, all I'm saying is it's in black and white print. And like it's very clear to see that they have an agenda. Why they have the agenda? Now I'm not even sure. Listen, It's not even the point anymore that Sony's putting money in their pocket. This is just something that they clearly wanted Sony to win. Sony is winning currently. They're threatened by Microsoft, and now you're seeing something. You're seeing articles in print, and I love how they put it in print, and then on the bottom they put opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, so you put opinion on it, but you're still working for a major site. And now it's just okay. Listen, instead of doing opinion on the major site, do opinion under John Smith. instead, and have your own Twitter where you have 800 followers instead of 8 million followers.
Yeah,
and then give your opinion.
I agree, Mooch. Like that's the big thing with me is like, I think everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I'm pretty like even keel. When it comes to this
Everybody is. That's right.
And I'm pretty even keel when it comes to like all this gaming media stuff. I'm kind of like whatever kind of thing. But it's the consistency thing. Like when Ryan McCaffrey comes out and has an interview with Phil or whoever, and he was like, the PS4 is a beast. What are you gonna do? And that's all well and good. I'm like, I'm totally okay with his opinion, right? But then the fucking Scorpio comes out and is literally better than the PS4 Pro in every single way. And I swear to God, he was going to fall asleep on that fucking podcast. Like, that is utterly ridiculous. And I've been one of the ones that's like, it's whatever. Like, I don't really think, that's a crazy bias and all this kind of stuff. And I just got woken up with this fucking bias. And it's so blatant right now. And it is utterly ridiculous.
Yeah. And
glad to see more people are coming around. Yeah,
they are. That's exactly what I was just going to say. More people are coming around. And GKB, to be honest with you, this isn't about console wars and fanboy. No. This is about actually a realistic discussion on $1 billion business.
Exactly.
Okay. And I've been saying this for a long time. Like, that's what I don't understand. This isn't console wars. This isn't my favorite brand over yours. That's a different discussion. That's like, The Last of Us is better than Halo. Or
it's just the conversation just has to be like,
that's
because
console
it's between two
war.
console stuff.
Right. But it doesn't have anything to do with it. This is more you have professional people getting up. IGN, I believe, is a product of Viacom. I mean, these are big companies, and they're not reporting news anymore. There's no more news. I went to IGN. Maybe that's because of my age, too. I went to IGN back in the day for news.
Yep.
For actually what was coming out, and then when they had a review, the review was so good. Even if they shit on a game that I liked, I respected the review.
Mm-hmm.
I really.
And you're talking like
now
6,
you can
7
even
years
do that.
ago.
Yeah,
right. Did
you see their Drawn to Death review? Like, I'm like, I don't think that game's the greatest, but they gave it a 4 out of 10. It seemed like they were more pissed off about the foul language than anything else.
Yeah, they were pissed at the foul language in the way that, like, the guy consistently like said something against whatever it was. It was the foul language. But I mean, Crap's right. Here I am defending a Sony game. It's not that I'm saying, like, I actually had fun playing Drawn to Death. It's a free PSN Plus game. PS Plus game. You should download it if you have PS Plus. But like IGN shit on it because of foul language. If anybody has followed any of Jaffe's work, that's his MO. That's his nature. Yeah. That's his thing. That's like watching a Tim Burton movie and be like, this was a little dark. No shit.
So when they give all those God of War games,
Twisted Metal, God of War, like David Jaffe is known for kind of pushing the envelope.
They gave them good scores though.
Right. It's all these new age safe space reviewers that, don't know that games are targeted towards a certain audience. Right, and then you have to judge the game based off of the audience that it's geared towards. Like, a game that's made for adults is not going to be the same as a game that's made for kids. And speaking about the whole, like, Digital Foundry suddenly becoming irrelevant and all that stuff, like, realistically, had Microsoft taken the Scorpio specs to, say, like, Windows Central or TICGN or anything like that, it would just all be blown up as a huge joke because those are pro Xbox sites.
Yep, they're biased.
They had to take it. Yeah, they had to take it to Digital Foundry because they are on point when it comes to their spec analysis. And for them to say that this is what we were promised and that it's going to do everything the PS4 Pro can do, plus a little bit more because there's extra overhead within the processor, that speaks volumes for what the Scorpio is going to be when we get it in our hands.
Yep. Absolutely. And like,
there are PC guys. I've literally seen PC guys who are traditionally known to be PC enthusiasts have actually said kudos to Microsoft and their development team with this fucking console. Like, it's actually pretty impressive. Like, to go out and get the same kind of kit would cost you more than I'm sure whatever Microsoft is going to drop at E3. And $700, guys, throw it out the window. You're a complete, utter moron if you think Phil is going to bring out a new console at $700. Game enthusiast or not, it's not going to be that kind of. It's not going to be that kind of money. No one's going to buy it if it's going to get into that territory. Like, bottom line, so that you throw that out the window. I mean, I hope, and we all hope that it comes in at $399 or $449 or even under $500. I think is not bad, but we'll leave that discussion for another day. The whole price thing, but reading these articles, man, it kind of just drives you nuts because it's not like some of them are completely negative. I kind of get where they're going to a certain extent, but it's like there's really no positives to take out of it either. They're just like, they sound underwhelmed with the tech, even though like an idiot can tell you like it's an impressive machine. It's far more impressive than PS4 Pro, and that's not a bad machine either, to be honest with you. It's far more impressive than the Pro. And so far, just based on the things they've hinted at and things, it's, the fact that it's going to enhance all your old games, it's going to make the stuff that you buy now is going to run and look better than ever, and it looks like it's going to do it fairly handsomely without even pushing the boundaries of its tech, which is really impressive based on everything. But it's like when they do these headlines, they don't spin it in a positive way. Like, yeah, Scorpio, very impressive. Let's hope Microsoft delivers on some games with like a positive spin. And I know when you're writing stuff in words, you can take it one of two ways. It's like stuff on Twitter. You post something on Twitter and people take it the wrong way because they can't get the meaning behind the actual words. It's not like speaking to someone, but like you bring it up. Unlocked is one of the biggest Xbox podcasts, and they're sitting there like a bunch of lumps on a log. For real. I mean, I saw people get far more excited over the Switch, than Scorpio. Scorpio is very impressive.
Hell, Microsoft was even excited about the Switch.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're like, we love the Switch, but here's the thing, Newf. Like, you can't misconstrue who. Nobody asked for Xbox Scorpio. I mean, that was literally one of the things for Microsoft's past will lead the Scorpio to failure again. You know what I mean? Or Scorpio's PS4 is the Scorpio Slayer. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Wasn't there one headline that said somebody said it's too? Wasn't there somebody that said it's too powerful? I don't know if it was a fanboy or it was a fucking guy in the media. Like, Scorpio too powerful,
dude. That was Michael Pachter. Yeah. He said that it was too powerful. Like, I mean, yeah.
Too many pixels. They're hurting my eyes.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. No, I mean, that is bad.
It's crazy. Like, and then people are like going on about like there's no games, Microsoft needs to do this and needs to do that. Guys, like, E3 is right around the corner. You don't even know what the fuck they got. Why are you even talking about this right now? Like, they came out, they had the first piece of the pie, with the Scorpio and what it's going to deliver and stuff like that. E3 is going to be about the games, and we need to see then. And then, you know what? If they only show like a couple of games, like what we already know, then yeah, absolutely, go ahead and say they don't have any fucking games and whatever. That's fair, but you still need to give them a chance, and you still need to wait till E3 for about the games. I want to touch on one thing like Stark Targaryen was saying. He's like, media is supposed to report the facts, not their opinions. And I totally agree with that. But these guys are fed stupid things to say, and then they do clickbait stuff and everything because they're basically losing their jobs, like Crap was saying, to YouTubers and all that kind of stuff. So they got to do the clickbaity things, and that's just the way it is, I guess, apparently.
Well, listen, I'm very new into watching the House of Cards thing, but it all ties back into the gaming media. And what's really funny is one of the girls that works for the big publication, the newspaper, she's like, don't you see that TMZ sells? It's because they do all the crazy, like, really wacky out there stuff, and the big what is it? They're like headlines and clickbait, and that's what gets people and that's what sells all the articles. And the one guy at the newspaper was like, no, we are reporting journalism, we are doing news. And like, then slowly but surely they start to switch over. My point being is, like, that's the same thing I think you're talking about right there, GKB. Like, right now, IGN, Kotaku, Polygon, if you're going there for information on actual news, you're wasting your time. If you are going there just to see that they get the exclusive rights to a lot of video, or first, like IGN has their first with they had it with Gears, they had it with other games, that's fine. You want to go there and watch that?
They had it with Scalebound.
Right, well, no, whatever. But I'm saying they had their first, and they get the first looks at it. That's something that a lot of the YouTubers don't get because we don't have those kind of numbers. Right. But when you want like actual news, or you want something, you're better off looking at a different source. And that's the whole thing, because right now they're just clickbait. There's no more, there's no less.
Really, the only thing I watch on like IGN anymore is just like the trailers and stuff, because they usually drop them before anybody else.
Yeah, trailers or firsts. Yeah, that's it.
That's about.
I watched the Daily Fix.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I know. Why is that crap?
I mean,
I'm gonna honor Mooch here with my own little mooches and of my own, guys. Microsoft right now is behind a lot in this race. It's like baseball. It is the bottom of the ninth now for Microsoft. They have the bases loaded, and they are going for a home run. They're not looking for a fucking bunt here. They're going for the home run. If they don't gain some fucking ground, it is not just about how many Scorpios they sell. It's also about their reputation heading into the next gen. They don't want to be looked at as a second-tiered shitty ass console. You know what I mean? They don't want to be that reputation. This is what it's about. It's not just about hardware. It's about saving face, your reputation, and the whole fucking narrative for 3.5 years hasn't even been about their games as much as it's been about 1080p makes you a better gamer, blah, blah, blah. We can share our games by handing them. It's been complete and utter bullshit. And even when they make great fucking games, they get more shit on. Xbox gets more shit on for their games for something like, oh, the game is not 1080p. Then it actually is for the game itself. Quantum Break is a fantastic game. Yes, some people don't like it, and that's your opinion. If you didn't like it and you played it, fair enough. But if most people I've talked to who played it and bought that game thought it was fantastic. And you know what? That game went under the radar faster than that, mostly because bad press killed it right out the gate. And it's been the same shit for the game, the console. It's tiring, and as game fans, you want to come on and see some positive news, and you go to your sites, the ones you used to trust and the ones you used to like, and every article you see is just fucking bullshit. Like, I've seen more videos about like friggin' Horizon Zero Dawn. Not that it's not a bad game, it's a fantastic game, but you know what I mean? Like, they've been going on now since February about that game and Zelda and everything else. Nobody like even talks about some of the other games that came out. Nobody mentioned Halo Wars 2. Like, it just under the radar, swept under the rug. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 That was a great conversation. I wanted to move on a little bit because I want to touch on the spring sale, and then we're going to get into Foxy deals and some questions and stuff. But
Spring sale. I'm spending so much money, dude.
Yeah, I know, dude. Me too. Newf, do you want to go ahead and give away that $50 gift card now, or?
Sure. I'm gonna throw up the trivia right now, guys. It's gonna be hopefully relatively easy. So I'm gonna post the trivia right now into the chat. So be paying attention. Follow me on Twitter at Nukem. Okay, and make sure that you leave your answer. If you're correct, I will put you into a draw for the $50 gift card. Okay, and it is valid for U.S. residents only. So I do apologize to anyone who might not be living in the U.S., but hey, I don't control that stuff. So I'm going to put the trivia in here right now, and we'll talk about the spring deals.
Sweet. All right, guys, look for that question, and make sure you hit up Nukem on Twitter for the answer, and then he's going to draw a winner. All right, so let's go ahead and go on to the Xbox Spring Sale. And, you know, again, like me and Crap were talking about, like, one of the things that I think Sony's doing well is they have, like, these flash sales and stuff all the time. And we would like to see, like, Xbox do it, even though it's kind of bittersweet for me because we usually buy, like, all the games, like, day one and all that kind of stuff. So, really, there's nothing on sale for us. So what did you guys like go around and see any in the sale that you want to buy, pick up, or anything like that? I saw a couple indies I want to pick up, but what do you guys think about it?
Yeah.
Foxy
The
got Titanfall
Ezio
too.
collection.
Ooh, Ezio collection.
Ezio collection, $30.
SheWulf is like, she won't talk. She
No,
doesn't need to talk.
me and you were just kind of sitting back while the guys were talking this show. So
Yeah, just
Also, the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 are only $30 as well.
That's not bad.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's $15 a piece. You can't beat that.
Yeah,
Get on that
that's
shit, GKB. We'll play it.
I know,
Just
dude.
like me and Mooch played Dead Island.
Yeah. By the way, don't pay any attention to Crap talking to buying a game. That's like a joke we have now. He's like, "Hey, I'll catch you later tonight." I'm like, "Yeah, we'll play Dead Island." We bought that like 6 months ago on a sale.
We did actually get to play it though.
Yeah,
and,
that was like breaking your leg in half to get you to get on.
No. Well, here's the thing. Mooch is like a vampire, man. He's up all night gaming, and
Yeah,
I work early, so it's like.
It's like we're going to bed when Mooch is getting on.
He calls me a vampire, and I'm like, wait, Crap goes to bed the same time Alex Trebek comes on for Jeopardy. He's
Dang.
Crap's idea of dinner is early bird, 4:30.
I'm a vampire too.
That's what you do. I mean, yeah,
I
know
am
you
up
are,
late. That's
Fox.
true. I am.
Yeah.
No, that's actually
Whoa.
Fox is actually the person I play probably games the most with as far as like as podcasters because she's up. Actually, Fox is up even later than I am. Holy shit.
She's never around to catch the MNC morning show. That's too early for her.
Don't talk shit. Don't you dare try to get me in trouble.
Her and Next Gen both like Next Gen can't be bothered to get up that early.
He's like, I got up at like 2. He's like, I'll catch you guys.
Yeah.
So we got
shit
no, but I'm with
Alright,
GKB.
anyway.
I'm gonna say like, I'm thinking about. Did any of you guys play? I'm sure all of you guys did because you guys love indies. But I was thinking about picking up Candleman.
Oh, I'm getting that too,
it's
bro.
$10, right? Like that's a good deal. It's got to be. I
Absolutely,
hear good things about it.
That's a good game. Yeah, definitely get that for sure. I'm picking it up. I haven't played it yet, so.
All right, cool.
I'll jump in and I'll mention some stuff that I saw. Obviously, now that we know Black Ops 2 is back compat, that's on sale right now.
Yeah.
So that's $20 if anybody wants to pick that up. So on the spring sale, we have over 290 games and DLC put together. It started today and it ends on the 17th, and it's games up to 67% off. So that's an amazing deal. And yeah, SheWulf, right? I got Titanfall 2 finally.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Now we can all play Titanfall 2.
for 30 minutes. And then we'll switch games.
Yeah, just us.
Yeah.
Nobody else on the server. Nobody plays that game.
It's such a good see you in the vault.
See in the vault, people.
Yeah.
Also, if you
Hey,
need
yeah.
membership, that's $1. If anybody needs.
I said
membership.
spring crap, so my record's still out there. We're still holding tight.
No.
In the vault by spring, I'm telling you, that's got to go. Like that's what.
Hey, it could be.
It. Let's be honest. It should be. Forget it could be. It should be. Right.
It might be. This might be the last sale for it. Then in the
I don't
vault
know
it
because
goes.
they keep doing like dual sales with games lately, with like Battlefield and Titanfall,
Yep.
or
Yep,
they
they
do
got
Call
that
of
too.
Duty and Titanfall.
Destiny.
So
True.
they're just I don't know. They're just mixing up a lot of games with their sales. So I don't know. It'd be
Well, in
interesting.
regardless of the multiplayer hate, the single player campaign in Titanfall 2 is really good.
I agree. It was really good. Totally agree.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
So they
that time changing
For 5 seconds.
level, right, guys?
Yeah.
5
Yeah,
seconds.
that was great. That was
Yeah, that was
great.
fun.
You should have
That
been
was
able to
great,
keep that
you
like
guys.
time travel like mechanic throughout the rest of the game, but it's literally just that level, and then they
I
take
was
it away.
surprised. My personal what I was dumbfounded by was that everyone was like it was so great. My only problem with it was that it was more platforming than shooting.
Yeah, it definitely was.
I mean,
like
don't
you had to
get me
switch
wrong.
back and forth. Yeah.
Right? I mean, I was shocked that it was that much. Like we got through a board and I was like, I didn't even shoot anybody this time. I just
Oh my
jumped
god, I
around.
regret everything. I want my money back.
Some
No,
of
that's pretty good.
some of the platforming was weird, but hey, shout out Def Jam Bam. What's up, man? Thanks for buying some shirts.
Yeah, bro.
Hey.
That dude bought. I think he bought 2 4K Make You a Better
He's like, I'm
Gamer
buying them
shirts.
all.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
we're
like-
gonna see them all in his Def Jam selfies that are coming our way.
Nice.
I want to see those shirts though, man.
Crap, you need to get
Yeah.
fucking some 4K boxer shorts on it, and on the back have 4K. Now you can see shit.
Nice.
Was that a fail? Oh, botting.
Oh, you botting,
Oh
bro.
crap, you're botting out, buddy.
Dang, crappy bot.
So yeah, the Titanfall 2, they have 2 of them. They have like 30 and 40, but they also have Gears of War, Battlefield, BioShock is in there. Call
that.
of Duty and Destiny bundled together. Forza, Halo 5, not Halo, yeah, actually Halo 5 and Wars 2.
Wait, are we doing
So-
Foxy deals?
I was about to say, let me play the
No,
intro.
what? I can't point out all the stuff in the
No,
screen.
go
now.
for
What?
it. Go
What?
for it. Go for it.
Can I take over? Thank you very much.
Okay. She's so
Um,
bossy today.
Also, today, not today. In the deals, they also have like Life is Strange. That's $5. It's awesome. So I think you should pick it up. And Killer Instinct Definitive Edition, and that's awesome. They have that there for 24. Another thing, I'm just taking over the show. They have the Design Labs control. You get $15 off that if you get your design control.
Oh, that
Yeah.
Batman deal too. The Telltale ones was like, I think it was like $11 or something like that, and it was like all of them except for the first one.
Yeah,
Wasn't it?
because that one was free, I think.
Yeah, so definitely get that. That's a really good game too. I'm gonna pick up the rest of them too. So yeah, all right, cool. Let's go ahead and get into Foxy deals. We're gonna play the intro real quick.
Hey, that's a steal. It's Foxy Deals.
What happened, you guys? What happened?
Go ahead, take it away, Foxy. What's our Foxy deals this week?
Hi. Okay, so besides obviously the awesome spring sale that we just talked about a little bit, GameStop is having their own spring sale right now, and it ends on the 16th. So they have the Xbox One like Minecraft bundle, that's $250. They have games that you can save up to 35% off on selected games though. They have that Halo Elite controller accessories that you could put on the Elite controller. They have that. That's on sale. It's $30 now. And then they have a special like Destiny 2 bundle of their own, and it's only at GameStop, and it has a Lord Saladin figure with 2 wolves on the sides, and some extra things that come with that game and the expansion pass. So they have all that stuff, and you could buy it only there. But yeah, that's the spring sale for GameStop. Besides that though, with the regular Xbox deals, you could pick up mostly indies from what I saw. They only got indies because all the good stuff is in the spring sale. So they have the Escapist, which is was it the Walking Dead like version of it. That's $5. Forza 6 add-on, which is for the Porsche expansion. That's $5 as well. Super Knight Rider, which is a small indie, that's $4. And No Time to Explain, another smaller indie, and that's $7.50. So they have indies on sale this week, basically. And all over there on the PlayStation side, they don't have much. Most of the stuff I noticed were there last week. So some of the similar things, but the other stuff that stood out was Star Wars, $10 and $15, and that's the Battlefront, obviously. And they have Uncharted 4, which I think is officially $40 now, but I think everybody has that game. And they have some deals for Elder Scrolls Online, a whole bunch of stuff. The special edition, the regular, a whole bunch of DLC and currency for in-game. But yeah, that's all they have on the PlayStation side.
Sweet.
Some online deals that I found for you guys, mostly on Amazon. I tend to frequent there a lot, and that's where I get most of the deals. I'm pretty sure Best Buy has some stuff on sale as well, so check those out. But on Amazon, I found For Honor physical for Xbox and PlayStation for $35. I also found Gears of War 4 Ultimate Edition for $57. Sorry. Resident Evil 7 physical, obviously, $40 for only Xbox One. And at Amazon and GameStop, they have BioShock for $30, just like the Xbox spring deal. And over on Microsoft Store, you can get a free game with certain bundles of an Xbox One console.
Sweet.
So, yeah, that's about it.
Nice. Awesome.
Did you guys find anything you want to add to that?
Nope. I didn't find anything, no.
Just the spring deals? That's
Just
all
the
you guys
spring
look
deals,
at,
yeah.
huh?
That's all I was looking at. I was like,
GameStop
waiting for
has
it.
Digital.
a spring sale. Did you save that?
What, the GameStop one? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I started with.
Oh, okay.
You good girl, you good girl. Yeah,
Cool.
she will fuck me up with that, so shout out to her. No, but if you guys find any other deals, let me know on Twitter, and I will be sharing everything that I have here with you guys. And back to you.
Sweet. All right, so let's go ahead
Black
and
Ops 2 code just dropped in the chat.
get that Black Ops 2.
Guess wisely, guys.
Yeah, and if you don't pick it up, it is on sale. Like I said, $20.
Yep. Big shout out to Banished Atriox, man. He's been dropping codes all night for you guys, so big thank you to him.
Come by
Please make
Xbox Station
sure-
tomorrow. He's dropping MTO.
Please make sure all of you guys say thank you for whoever gets the codes, because come on, guys, they're free games and these gamers are putting them out there for you, so have some respect.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question real quick about the codes? Since now he's got question marks in there. Those question marks
Are going to be letters
Like
or
you-
numbers.
and you just have to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't know how he does it. I know Frodo, when he does it, it's usually all
same
the
thing.
same number or all the same letters, but I don't know how he's been doing his, if they're different letters or numbers, or if it's all the same.
If it's different, that's exhausting.
People get it fast, dude. I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
so
man.
I think people
I don't know how they
have
do
bots or something that figure it out or something. I don't
Okay.
know.
That would if you have a program or something that I'm unaware of, then that's fantastic. Otherwise, I recommend somebody going and paying the $20. Holy shit! Yeah, I mean, I'm a mooch and I love to try and get a free game, but holy,
Nice.
I think that was, I don't know, was that E3 last year? One of the podcasts or one of the things they were doing, the show, they were dropping codes at the bottom. And holy frig, as fast as I could go, like I put the code in and they're like, no, it's been redeemed. And I do it again. It's like, holy shit.
dude.
Atriox. What's the guy's name? Atriox? 'Cause I've never
Banished
met him. I think
Atriox.
first of all, I agree with SheWulf. Very cool of you. Very awesome. My only recommendation is if you're doing this during Console Corner, do the first hour like Walking Dead. Anybody who watches Walking Dead, they're like the first word, and they do it in the first one. So you'll say like A.
Everybody enjoy Foxy Deals.
Yeah, Foxy
Love
Deals.
Foxy.
It was
Everybody
great.
in the chat.
Love Foxy Deals.
I got a
Big
question
fan.
for everybody from Def Jam Bam. He's like, who is picking up the Uncharted DLC? I'm going to get it for sure.
$40
I am.
fucking dollars. I mean, I get it for free, but yeah, $40 for the average person. That's
I'll
crazy.
pick it up. I mean, look at
I love Uncharted, man. I'm going to buy it. I
yeah,
mean,
Uncharted,
like-
The Last of Us. I'm in.
Yeah.
I don't have a
Damn.
PS4, so I'm out.
Oh,
Good. That's what's up.
That's what's up. Nice.
That's the way it is.
Trying to find some other questions here. You see anybody else?
I agree, man.
For what?
for questions.
Oh, tell them. I was telling them they had to wait till we said. If you have questions, guys, drop your questions in the chat so we can read them off.
What are you doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing? I'll tell you
What am I
after.
doing?
Don't ruin it.
I'm podcasting right now.
Don't-
Is
oh my
that a
gosh.
question from the chat?
No, it's just GKB being mean to me.
She doesn't know. I don't know what she's
No,
doing about
just-
this. Okay, fine, whatever.
Stop it.
All right, question from Sim. What 2 game franchises would you like to see do a crossover? Example, Master Chief meets Marcus Phoenix kind of thing. So, 2 games that would mash up together.
None of that.
What do you mean none of that?
Well, I know a couple people have been talking about KI versus, or together with Mortal Kombat,
Oh, I would love that actually.
and I agree with a lot of the people that have been mentioning that. So
You know what,
Forza and Gran Turismo.
nope,
Ooh,
nope,
No, I'm just kidding.
just a bunch of
straight up
cars.
trash, straight up trash. Yeah, it's gonna be a good car and then a shitty car next to it. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
I want Titanfall against Call of Duty.
Oh
Interesting.
wow, you would. You
I
would.
would.
It
Isn't
makes
like
sense.
Titanfall though like a mishmash of both of those things?
Yes, but Titan has Titans.
I guess.
Titanfall has their Titans.
I want to drop a
Call
Titan
of
on a
Duty
Call of
into
Duty,
Duty.
dude.
Exactly.
Gears of War versus Pokemon. I'm gonna kill you all, bitch.
That would be interesting.
No.
I want a Splinter Cell Halo matchup.
Of course you would.
Master
Weird.
Chief being all like
What?
stealthy and stuff.
What? That's so weird. I can't.
Like
Hey,
the
why not?
Spies versus
do
Mercs
it.
mode.
Yeah, for real.
I would like to see Max Payne versus Quantum Break.
Ooh,
Nice.
Max Payne versus Quantum Break. Nice. I like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna agree with Mike because I can't really think of anything else, but that's pretty good.
I want to know this question too.
I've never actually thought of that in any way, shape, or form.
No,
of,
it's-
like,
I haven't thought of it until just now, so
that's pretty good though. I mean, to see those 2 characters, like you said, versus GKB, but I was thinking more along the lines of like combining, possibly like that storyline. That would kind of
That'd be kind of cool. That'd be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Killer Instinct needs to have celebrity martial artists in the game, like Steven Seagal, and he just comes out in the thing. He's just like, "I'm gonna kill you."
Wait, like 90s Steven Seagal or
Yeah,
like
the old
current day
90s
Steven
Steven
Seagal?
Yeah, 90s, where he was
let's do the
cracking
old
necks
90s
everywhere.
Steven Seagal, just like, pray for death, bitch.
Are you gonna read that crap gamer one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, here's a question for Crap that I kind of want to know too from Frederick Ortiz. When is the Black Ops 2 backwards compatibility comparison video with PS4 going to happen?
Ooh,
Capital Foundry's hard at work. It'll be up tomorrow. We had to. What we had to do is we had to test out the PS4 version of Black Ops 2. There, I was having some trouble getting that version to
frame
run.
rates.
Like the colors, the frame rate wasn't there. The colors weren't as crisp, and I wanted to make sure I did a fair comparison.
Totally makes
so-
sense, bro. I
Capital
understand.
Yeah,
Foundry.
Yep.
Yeah,
I want
Capital
a
Foundry.
hashtag of that. I want a hashtag of
Hashtag
that.
Capital Foundry.
Yes, in fact, my Capital Foundry videos have their own intro that say Capital Foundry. So I mean,
Yeah,
100%
that's awesome.
legit. You can lock that in. It's going to be up tomorrow, folks. It's going to be good. Going to be a good video.
You know what would be an interesting versus? Resident Evil 7 versus all the previous Resident Evils.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Like playing all the previous ones in like the Resident Evil 7 style. That'd be cool.
I'd rather
I
just
own
keep
Resident Evil 7, but haven't
7
played
by
it yet.
itself.
Come on, Crap. That's a good, bro.
Great
You
game.
gotta get on
ridiculous.
that. You got that
I know.
KS9000.
Did you even finish Doom yet?
No,
Oh,
I haven't finished Doom yet
I
either.
haven't played Doom yet either.
Well,
Yeah, I'm in the middle of Mass Effect, and I still
Mass
didn't even
Effect?
finish Shadow of Mordor. Yeah.
Oh
Come
my
on.
gosh, Crap.
They need a
Somebody
2D,
earlier-
They need a 2D side scroller with fucking Kratos and some of the Gears of War characters, like Kratos, and then you got fucking the Cold Train, and Kratos is just like, "Urgh, these guys are pissing me off," and then fucking you have Cold Train like, "What's wrong with you, bitch?" Woo!
Wow, straight up comedy game. What happened there?
And on that
Beat the
note,
shit out of people.
all right, guys, I
Somebody
think that,
earlier mentioned
Whoa.
Knack and The Last Guardian. That was funny.
Did anyone win Newf's code?
Oh yeah, Nukem.
No, I said we're gonna announce the winner right towards the end of the show.
Oh, we're getting there now.
So I do have a bunch of entries. They've sent me a bunch in the private messages, and a majority of them are correct as of now. So I'm just going to pick a random winner, and good luck to everybody who entered, and thank you.
Good luck, everybody.
Sneaky Memo had a question, but I can't find it, so I asked him to repost it, and hopefully he reposts it.
Okay, well we're trying to
Well, all right. So throughout the show, I have dropped 2 different random characters on the back screen. Whoever can DM me the 2 random characters, they're game characters, will win a ukulele code, which dropped today.
So they weren't the topic pictures; they were other pictures.
They were 2 random characters from games that were not topics that we talked about.
Wow.
On the back screen, I dropped 2 of them. So you have
She's
to
a
tell
sneaky
me.
She
ninja.
is.
I
have to
noticed
tell me
those.
both.
I thought
Yeah,
you were just
a lot of-
messing up with the images.
A lot of people actually, that was what I was trying to do, though. A lot of people actually did notice it. So if you can tell me both names of the 2 characters, you will win the ukulele code, which that game released today.
Yep. So you're
I'm
gonna get a
submitting
ukulele.
my entry right now.
So you have to DM
Make
me.
sure-
DM her on Twitter.
The panel can do it too. If they were watching the show and saw the 2 characters, nobody knew this. Literally, nobody on the
shit.
panel, nobody
Yeah, she
in
didn't tell me. That's
the
why
chat,
I was like, "What are
nobody
we
knows.
doing? What are we doing?"
Yeah, GKB didn't even know what I was doing.
That's how
No,
you win.
I only saw one of
ukulele.
them.
Yeah, I think I only saw one.
Oh,
Whatever.
you're gonna have to go back and look through.
Good
now.
luck to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, it's
Good luck. Whoever DMs SheWulf, you are gonna win it. We're not gonna wait for that, right? We're gonna go ahead and
No, I'm not waiting for
because
that.
people are
one.
gonna have to like go back
No.
through the show now and be like,
No, that one could take a little bit because it was kind of one picture didn't work, so I had to like post another picture of the same character, so it may screw people up. So it could be funny.
I think a lot of people are still trying to figure out Atrax's Rubik's Cube code.
Or there's that too.
I'll tell you, man, people
right
pick that
now,
up
like,
quick.
I tried Z. I don't, like, it's wow.
Oh, that's great.
All right, so real quick, we're gonna say it again. 2 images of characters were posted on the TV screen behind us. DM
That were not
SheWulf
topics.
those. Yeah, that were not topics.
I'm pissed I wasn't watching the whole time. I was
Yeah, I
going
didn't
back
even
and
know
forth
about
between
it
the
either.
Hangout and the show.
Hey,
think, yeah.
if I'm half
You can
right,
watch it, the Mets
You
game.
must DM me on Twitter,
Not
guys.
watching the
Don't
Mets
say it
game.
in the chat.
Yeah, don't give any people the answers. Come on now, we gotta win yourself. So go ahead, Mike.
I would love to play this game. So it was like if I'm half right, nobody else gets it any right. Do I win?
Wow, you know what's funny? Mike just DM'd me, and he was actually right.
Oh my God, I won!
He did.
Mike won. Congrats.
How
Woo,
are
this is
you
rigged.
even watching
Rigged.
the show while talking?
Rigged.
It's
That is
rigged.
That's crazy.
I'm
No,
rigged.
it's not rigged. Like I literally.
Wait, what did Mike
I
say?
know.
Mike, what were the 2?
It was Blinks and Spyro.
No, okay.
They're my 2 favorite characters from old games.
God damn it.
Oh, damn.
See, I should have known that. I should have known that because you mentioned that during your stream.
Yep.
I did.
I
I
totally-
mentioned both of them during my ukulele stream.
Yep.
I
So-
saw Blinks, and
Wow,
the
Magic
Spyro
Mike
is just
with
a
the win.
guess. So
Rigged.
that's the magic part of Magic Mike.
Dang. Crazy.
So no, it was not rigged,
Wow.
guys. I swear to God, GKB didn't even know
I didn't
what
even
I
know.
was doing.
I was
so-
asking her multiple times. I put the mic on mute. Like, what are we doing? And
So-
she never told me. So,
She
so
was
on
like,
that
"Shit."
note and on that bombshell, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna let all these awesome people go ahead and shout out whatever they got going on and all that kind
Well,
of
Newf
stuff.
said he was going to give his winner. Though.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
so
sorry, bro.
going down to multiple
Totally missed
choice, and our winner for the $50 code is Kyle R. He goes as
Kyle.
under Crows 7298. So Kyle R. Crows 7298. You are the lucky winner of a $50 Xbox gift card. And a shout out to Black Tiger Gaming and crew over there who originally gave it to me. To be honest with you guys, I won it the other day, but apparently it doesn't. I'm up in Canada and it will not accept the code because of the currency. So I decided, hey, why not just give it away on the console corner? Because everybody who shows up here on this podcast is fucking awesome. We appreciate you coming out each and every week. A lot of regulars here too. Appreciate it. So I just thought, hey, it'd be cool to give it back and make somebody's day, especially now that the spring sale is on. I'm sure that $50 could come in handy. So
Yeah,
Kyle
perfect.
R. Crows, you are a lucky winner. I will DM you the code here in just a few minutes. Thanks
Okay,
everybody
Rose.
for
Nice.
and the correct answer, by the way, was NVIDIA. It is based on the NVIDIA architecture, so that would have been C.
Big shout out to K Rose out there. Got that $50.
Sneaky Memo put his question, so I'm just going to quickly. It'll be short. So, do you guys think Xbox Scorpio will be a new console with full backwards compatibility? The answer is yes. They've already said that. So,
Yep, it's backwards and forwards compatible.
yes. So,
Everything's gonna work day one on the Scorpio.
Day
No
one.
worries.
That's right.
yeah. So
No
that's
worries.
already been confirmed. So, like I said, that would be short.
Yep. Absolutely. All right, so let's go ahead and get out of here, everybody. Mooch Crap, I really appreciate you guys. Mooch, why don't you go ahead and take it away, bro? What you got going on? What do you do?
Well, I mean, we definitely have M&C mornings. This week will be on Crap's channel. I want to thank you guys for having me on Console Corner. I appreciate it. It's good to be back.
Yeah, welcome back, bro.
Thank you, brother.
We're so happy
Thank you.
to hear you back again.
It feels good to be back. It really does. It's been awesome. The community's been fantastic. I say the same thing on M&C mornings, but I'll say it to your audience as well. Thank you so much. Everybody here has been just taking me back with open arms. It's been great. And to be honest with you, Crap, I realized something. We just keep putting everybody's name into a pinwheel and spinning it. And every giveaway here is like an episode of Final Jeopardy. It's amazing. You've got to catch up to these guys. I like what they're doing. They're doing tricks and puzzles. And we're just like, everybody stand still. We're going to spin a wheel.
That's what makes you guys different, bro.
I love the Wheel of Wonder.
The Wheel of Wonder. Thank you, J-Dubs.
Yes.
No, but shout out to J-Dubs. And actually, one more plug I'll do is I do have something in the works right now. I'm going to be doing I'm going to try and make it as consistent as possible, but I'm trying to get a couple of people that everybody knows very well to do some Mooch one-on-ones. And these are going to be basically, this isn't just going to be sitting here talking about what we usually talk about. This is going to be some hard-hitting questions to a couple of the big YouTubers and Twitch and Twitter people that you guys know.
First guest, Crap Gamer.
Wow.
Nice.
It won't be Crap. I think I do that every Sunday with Crap. But yeah, no. Yeah, stay tuned, guys. It'll be great. We're going to try and expand the channel. We have a lot of streams coming every Friday. Cool. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Crap.
Absolutely.
What you got going on?
Probably a couple videos dropping.
Oh my god, a video every day, every hour.
3 or 4 videos.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, go ahead.
Much.
So make sure you guys go subscribe to that. I hit 30,000 subs, which is pretty cool.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
50,000
tomorrow
and
is
you'll
Xbox.
see him sitting in a pool full of mayonnaise. So.
No.
That's right.
What GKB throwing out that money?
Why you gotta bring that up again? Why you gotta bring it up?
Because we got to make it as crazy as we possibly can.
Yeah. And tomorrow's Xbox Nation, and hopefully that'll go over well. We're supposed to get some new Scorpio news tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
So that'll be cool to be able to talk about that. I know she was stoked.
Yep.
And then, it's very cool to be here to kind of like, no, there's no Crossfire Fridays. Anyway, yeah, it's very cool to be back on the show. And just to be on the console corner again, it's a lot of fun. And you guys do a great job. So thanks for having us on.
Bro. Yeah, absolutely, Crap. You know you're always welcome, bro. You're not banned. Stop that crap.
Oh, I know.
After this episode, you're banned.
After this episode, yeah.
Fox, come on! I've been nice to you the whole day.
What about you, Fox? What you got going on?
Oh, nothing much. You guys know. Ladies' Night happened yesterday, so if you missed that, go and check that out. It's on this channel, of course. But besides that, I'm going to get back into streaming. So I got Beam and I got Twitch, so you guys can catch me on there. You can talk to me on Twitter, so follow me on there as well. And obviously, I do my YouTube thing here and there. So hopefully you guys can subscribe and check out those videos as well.
Sweet. Real quick, make sure you guys join our Discord, man. We had a fantastic conversation.
Oh my god.
Big shout out to Blue with the Chunkletas. That was fucking awesome. It was so
That
hilarious.
was awesome.
Homegirl Blue.
It was a good time.
I got a crash course on Discord. Thank you.
You did.
JB and SheWulf. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Mooch.
I always post some funny gifs in there.
Millhouse.
Yes, Millhouse gifts are my thing.
Yeah.
I'm constantly posting those things in there.
What's going on,
I have
Mike?
a good time.
What you up to, Mike?
You guys can find all my contact information down below in the description. You got my Twitter, my YouTube. My gamer tag is Cadus. You can catch me doing some streaming tomorrow night on Beam. So far, there's a poll up on my Twitter right now. So if you have a particular game you want me to beam, go ahead and check that out.
Doom.
Dude,
You
Doom
have the
is
toughest
losing.
name to spell.
Doom is
on
losing
Xbox
hardcore.
Live.
Yo, all of my information is in the chat right now, so go ahead and check that out. We'll get my gamer tag in the description sometime, I'm sure. But check out my Beam tomorrow night, and I'll be doing some streaming, and hopefully I'll see some people there.
Absolutely. Newf, what you got going on, dude?
Well, hey, man, I'm hoping to do some more streaming at some point in time this week. Probably continue some Mass Effect streaming over on Beam, of course, and Xbox, guys. If you haven't, well, the app should be in the new update anyway, but try it out for yourself. It's pretty simple. It's pretty efficient, low latency. I like it so far. I'm still kind of wrapping my head around it for the most part, but I like it a lot. Hoping to get into some Mass Effect again. I got a bunch of other games that I still have to tackle, and I'm hoping to download probably Candleman and a few others during the sale here right now. So lots of games to play, lots to look forward. And people say we got no games, but I don't know what planet they're on, man. I'm swamped with games. I got enough to do me till eternity here. I got about 16 now. I don't even think I've started. So I don't know where that argument comes from. But anyway, I want to ramble on, guys, as GKB and them often allude to. Head and scroll down below. You can find my gamer tag on PSN and on Xbox Live. You can go check out my channel. I do have one. I just don't put up videos as often as I'd like, but I do have one coming soon. I guarantee it. I'll probably work on it here before the end of the week. I think my spit bits are probably due, right, GKB?
Yeah, man. I love those things. Those are funny, bro.
I definitely have a spit bit to do now with the with the Scorpio news and all of that great stuff. So again, thanks Crap, thanks Mooch for being here with us tonight. You guys always make the show super electric. It's good stuff. And hopefully we'll see some of you guys tomorrow night. I guess on Xbox Nation, if Crap wants me and Cletus to jump back over, I'll be there.
Yeah, I said open invitation for you guys, man. And maybe we might get a pop in from a guy who thinks that the Scorpio is going to be more powerful than 4 Titans. I'm just saying, he's always welcome too.
Interesting. Interesting. I might be sick that night. I don't know. What about you, SheWulf? What you got going on?
All right, so tonight's show was brought to you by C4 Nitro. If you want to save on a nice discount, use the code SAVE20, and you guys can get yourself some. It actually works pretty good for any of you gamers who like to stream. It is actually comes in 2 different flavors, watermelon and... I don't know. I thought it'd be funny. Funny. But yeah, so you can, of course, find me on Twitter and Xbox Live at xSHEWulFx with a U, not an O. Community game time will be at 7... Or wait,
7.
No.
Whoa.
Tonight was
that's
7.
new.
No, yeah, tonight was 7. Game night will be at Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be actually playing Titanfall 2 first, and then we'll be switching to Black Ops 2. So make sure you guys tune in and hang out with us. It's always fun. Last week, the Quest guys took it on, and they will actually be taking every other week from us. So you'll have 2 different groups, 2 different games.
Hey,
always
I was
having
there.
Fun. So
I was there too.
Hey, we were there. We were representing for Console Corner.
Yeah.
Okay,
Represent.
but the Quest guys host every other week. Can
No, I was
give
there.
some
I
credit
took
to
over.
them, guys?
Oh,
Come
see,
on.
I
Fox
took over. No,
Fox
I
took
took
over.
over.
Yeah, apparently.
I
I'm
said
trying to get
Autonomous
some
in its
credit
place.
here
That
to
was
the
totally
guy.
a console
Okay,
corner.
anyway, shut up.
Community game night.
Anyways,
Oh my God.
I'll be streaming on Thursday. I'll be playing Sticks.
Whatever else you're playing.
No, what's the rest of the
Sticks. Oh, I don't know what the rest of it is.
Oh,
It's a new Sticks game.
I'm playing the new. I can't think of what the rest. Something Darkness. I don't know. It's Sticks, anyways. The new one. I'll be streaming that on Thursday. So make sure you guys tune in and have some fun with me on that. Other than that, yeah,
Longest
just come hang
outro
out
ever.
and. Wow, fuck you.
Please do.
Oh, really? Did you have to say that? Anyways, moving on.
All right, I am GKB, a.k.a. The Governor. It was a blast having Mooch and Crap on here and the rest of the Console Corner crew. It's always a great time. You can find me on Gamers Knows Best on YouTube and Twitter. I'm going to be streaming some games this week as well. I think everybody streams on this panel. It's freaking awesome. Beam's a good thing. We'll see you next time, guys. Thank you so much. See ya.
Bye.
Peace out. Have a great night.